Welcome back everyone for potentially the final time. This is it. Final FGO Servant gameplay tier list of 2026. As always, I recommend listening through the disclaimers if this somehow is the first one of these you're listening. But before I get to those, here are my co-hosts for this finale.
Hello, I'm Otto. Ottobean on YouTube, Ottobino on Twitch, the host of the Smobcast, which these other two guys here are privy to as well. We do stuff at 2 o'clock Eastern on Sundays. Glad to be here for this final episode.
Yes, Rio Emerald here, same Twitch and YouTube, Rio Emerald. After this, I will be either locked into a box to be kept for the next 12 months until needed again, or turned to dust if I am no longer needed.
Hey everybody,
Plushie
here. My internet's a bit unstable today. I don't know. So if I cut off mid tier list, I apologize. But yeah, glad to be here for the entire tier list series, and this is the last one. It's an exciting one too.
So again, for final disclaimer recap, we changed the format this year by skipping full coverage of servant kits of all the servants that already existed previous years on these tier lists, and we're only doing the full extensive coverage of servants that are brand new to these 2026 lists to cut down on some time, because these were getting way too long, and even as is, they're still pretty long regardless. Also, based on feedback when we started these lists this year, we're now placing 4 and 5 stars on their own respective lists. As you can see, this is to avoid confusion, because we don't really normally like to compare the rarities too much, but obviously, let's say a 4-star happens to do their role as good or even better than their respective 5-star counterpart or counterparts, they would just get a lot of points on their own placement regardless. I think it's a bit neater like this, and the feedback for this has been pretty good as well. Servants, as you can see, are already placed on these templates based on their order from the last year's final placements rankings. We will still go through every single servant one by one in order. Then we see if anything has changed with the servants, the meta, any buffs, or if we just feel different about them now later, and see if we want to move them up or down or just keep them where they were. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube later as a video, if you open the description, I have lovingly prepared full timestamps of every single servant covered in this tier list. So if you just want to hear us talk about a servant or two and not listen through the whole thing, I understand. That's why they're there. Feel free to use them. But also do remember to check the final placements timestamp at the end as well, because there might still be some shuffling after the discussions of the servants initially. And for the placement order, we will be fully going through the servants one by one in release order. So we're going from oldest to newest. So we're not doing like 4 stars first and then 5 stars, just based on release date. So sometimes you'll see 4 stars, then 5 stars, and just, mix and match. So all the new servants will basically be at the end. Now for sheets, I have just a simple little AoE looping numbers sheet just to get some comparison going. So for this, shout out to JR, Opal, and Tamla for updating it still to this day. Also shout out to Mr. Copyright Suck for making these awesome tier list templates year after year. Still going at it, what a legend. Makes my life a hell of a lot easier, that's for sure. Also shout out to my awesome co-hosts, the Smobcast folks, for being here, doing these with me, because again, without them, there's no way I would ever be able to do these annually for months every single year, because I'll be too much either for my voice or for my knowledge, because I'm no expert on every single servant in this game. So to links to everything I just mentioned, the sheets, the templates, their channels, they're all neatly organized in the description, so do check them out and give them some love as well. Hey, now more than ever, smash the like button if you're watching this on YouTube, because this is probably the final gameplay tier list you'll see this year. Yay for tier lists. I believe for this one we have 33 gold moon cancers, alter ego, shielders, and beasts. Those are the 4 remaining classes we have here, and of them 2 are new on the 4-star side and 2 are new on the SSR side. Alright, let's buckle up and do this thing. Oh, I forgot to mention the discussing thing, but there it is at the top. There you go. Finally remembered it. But yeah, top left is always going to be the name of the servant we're going to be discussing at any given points, so you don't get confused easily. Oops. There you go. Okay, so release order. I figured We won't do all 3 Mashus immediately. We'll probably just do OG 4-star and Ortinax with here, and then when we get to the actual release timing of Paladin, if we can figure it out, we'll talk about her. She's not new to this list. She already existed last year barely, but I feel like we'll just start by talking about OG, and we can probably talk about Orthodox at the same time here, since we're not doing the full kit coverages. So they were placed, OG was placed into A tier, and Orthodox was placed right below into B+. So I think we're going to talk about them at the same time here as an exception. So how are we feeling about the OG Kohais in 2026?
This isn't counted as a 3-star, right?
No,
Like,
no.
no.
This is the
This is
4-star
top.
version of the OG, yeah.
Gotcha. I still think she's like really solid. Like she's really good at just lengthening fights and reducing the enemy's damage output. Her, I'm not sure because like I want to say that her utility's kind of like fallen off because like there's other servants these days that have like way better types of survival that they offer, but she's also like of anyone that does defense buff stacking, she's like the person for it still. So
I guess
I don't know.
Plushie
I mean,
lost
as
his
far as, like-
internet, but he's going to be back when he gets back here, hopefully soon.
He's
Yeah.
talking to the manager.
Yeah.
He's being a
I
Karen
want
right
to
now.
speak to your manager. Anyway, yeah, no, he thinking of Plushie. Anyway, he'll be back. But no, as far as Bash, yeah, no, still as far as defensive stuff goes, she's still like near the top there. Not like exactly like sure like who out of who you talking like that like does similar things still.
Well, I mean, like, similar things. I don't know if I would say that they do similar things. It's just like if we're talking about like Castoria, we got like Summer Tiamat. Like in a lot of scenarios, you're probably going to be better off with a Merlin or something. But to be fair, she also combos with those fairly well. So I don't know.
I think she's still like relevant. You don't really need to use her anymore, but she's still relevant even if she doesn't have a ton of lines in her kit. And I still think one of her main selling points is that 0 cost for both her and
zero
Orthodox.
cost.
Like if she wasn't 0 cost, this would be a whole different conversation. But because she is very easy to slide into any party you might need a bit of a defensive boost on and a little bit of, offense as well, but mostly just a defensive boost. And again, like Otto was saying, she does combo really well with a lot of existing really good supports as well. And because everyone has Mashu, I feel like she's still going to place pretty okay because of that, all things considered. Fully free, 0 cost combo as well. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's still like she still does what she needs to do pretty extremely well. Like
Yeah, she's really good at like setting up. She's really good at setting up success with other, like having her cycle out because like she could target the invuln and like guarantee one servant doesn't die, or she can taunt and then guarantee she's the only one that dies. Yeah, but like the 0 cost, it makes her like a given for so many comps because like you can cram a bunch of expensive CEs and then at the end it's like, ah shit, I don't have any cost left and I have 1 slot left. And she's just like the most obvious thing to put there ever.
Yeah.
Like frankly, I feel like I almost feel like A is lower than where she should be.
really.
Well, I guess now that we have them fully split, I could maybe see OG having conversation of her being A+ in a 4-star list, since this is now again a split list.
Yeah, in a 4-star only list, maybe.
I could honestly see her maybe being bumped up. I wouldn't be mad about it, since we're kind of lacking on the top side here anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
we have two
Yeah.
nice new additions, but still. I'll move her up for now. That's fine, I think.
Yeah.
Also, I guess now I can just change the text to be Orthodox next. We'll do a small discussion about her too. So a lot of people, again, like to say that Orthodox is basically OG, but a downgrade. I agree mostly, but in some situations, Orthodox can be nicer because you have the double taunt, and she actually can have one decent damaging turn here and there occasionally. You know, good old Bashu with her guaranteed Buster Slam. So it's not nothing. I mean, I'm
Especially
not saying
after-
it's like amazing damage, but with all the buffs to her kit, she actually can do a decent hit here and there. And then the double taunt is interesting, even if the MP is kind of a
There's also-
downgrade.
Like in the story, there's also like a good few times they have her get passive buffs, so like she ends up doing way more damage than that. But like even back if you look in Olympus, like she does kind of come in clutch at times. I know a lot of people don't want to work with her because she's kind of like it feels kind of odd having the support and do like a big punch every now and then, but like having it pierce defense and invuln, like sometimes that's like you get the enemy down to low HP and then they use an invuln and like now you're stuck sitting around for 2 turns instead of immediately being done with that bar. So
It is kind
yeah,
of funny
I-
that Ortinax gets ignore invuln and defense ignore for 3 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Like just on skills. Like so if you really wanted to, you can kind of use her as a DPS. But it also is a 30-star dump. I mean, Ortinax is definitely the less useful form because like here's the thing, and it's like if you wanted for some reason to play offensive mash, that was your choice. So if you really liked mash and you wanted to do the gimmick of offensive mash, that is what you did. Unfortunately, there's a better option. You have a better offensive mash now, to the point where like why even bother, right? Like with Ortinax.
Yeah, I guess
anymore.
with the release of the third one, Orthodox looks a little bit even less desirable. Granted, she still has the 0 cost over the Paladin version, but I kind of agree, yeah, that Orthodox is in a weird kind of middle spot between the two Mashus that are the most used ones. So I would not move her up at least to follow up on the OG. I would either keep her here or move her to B, I feel like, personally. Even we already had Paladin last
I
year
think
as
she
well.
can stay there.
I
Frankly,
think she can stay there.
Yeah, okay.
I like
fine.
she still does have like 2 taunts, a star dump, you know,
And a 0 cost.
which can be useful, yeah, and 0 cost.
It really
like,
is
her
a big
MP
selling point.
Isn't, like her MP in Ortinax isn't bad. Because
Yeah, it's only a slight downgrade to OG. It's still not terrible.
Yeah, it increases the party attack, and that scales with overcharge.
Mm-hmm.
So like it can be higher than the original, but it's probably not.
Yeah. Indeed. I guess Plushie is still struggling with his internet. I'm not sure if he would have a lot to say about OG Mashu anyway, but again, we'll just ask him when he's properly back if he wants to comment on any of the sermons we just talked about. But yeah, Koha is still good. We'll talk about the Paladin a bit later as well. But I guess for now, we'll move on to another class. And is it BB or is it Melt and Passion?
No, Melt is the
like are all the alter ego these 3 first before BB? Is that how it works? I'm not sure about the idea.
No, it's Melt, Passionlip, BB.
I guess because Kiara was banner too. Maybe that's why she was after. Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with with some alter ego action then. We're gonna talk about the OG Melt. Let me change the text actually before I say anything. Should do that. Melt release. Okay, she was placed into A+ last year on the this split of the tier lists, and nothing's really changed for her game like buffs wise or anything. Neither has her deck really improved because it's mostly like a Summer Scotty oriented deck. So Tiamat doesn't make a big difference, I want to say, but Melt is still pretty decent. She's in a pretty good spot, I want to say. I wouldn't say she's broken or anything, but after all the buffs that they, they finally fixed a lot of the stupid stuff in her kit, changed around the order of operations, etc. She definitely feels a lot better now, and actually really solid and viable, especially considering a lot of the single-target cavalry classes. They might be struggling a bit depending on who you have, especially in subclasses like Assassin and Caster just don't have great aptitudes for combat to begin with. So Melt, I feel like as an alter ego is actually in a pretty good spot. I think the class actually does her better than some other class would.
I think Melt is still like one of the best single targets in the game, though. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like as far as like single target DPS, like after the buffs, like I was kind of shocked. I'm like, I thought we must have put her in the EX last year or something, because like, isn't she like still like one of the best single targets in the game? Like, what's her competition like? Like on this list as far as like single target damage dealers go?
I guess in this, it would be Draco, Bazett potentially, Bunyan for farming. I don't know if it's just kind of whatever.
Like
Ciel,
just Ciel.
yeah.
Ciel's the only, which his Ciel fell off. Fun fact. No, I mean not really, but like in my mind, I say it.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
You
I
know,
still
you know
think
what they call that, right?
what?
They call that cope.
Look, here's the thing. I never used CL or never used her much. Like I used her a ton actually, but like you know what I mean. But no, I still think like after Melt's buff, it was the Fairy Sugoroku event is
Do you mean
when
the
she got
MP
it, which means
one?
and
The
they
MP
get
buff
to
is really good.
yeah, the one where they rearranged the order of operations,
Yeah.
and like made everything activate first.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, she definitely stays an A plus. She's still out of
I still
all of
want to
these,
say
she's
her
still
skill
probably
set
one
is
of the best
kind of
single target.
whatever. It's not terrible, but it's like if she was released now, this would have at
Yeah.
least 4 or 5 more lines. As sad as it
Yeah,
sounds.
I think that's my biggest issue with her. Like
Mm-hmm.
her skills just because like her NP is really solid.
Mm-hmm.
Spammy because like she has good internals, so she can spam her buff removal really easily. But like the 2-turn on the NP damage buff, it's
Mm.
really annoying because it already doesn't have
An MP
amazing
damage
uptime
down,
compared
chances are it
to
might not even do anything on a fight.
yeah, it might as well not exist because oftentimes you're going to be popping it on
So
turn
it's on a
1 too,
4-turn
and
downtime for the damage, then which
yeah.
doesn't feel too good because it's only 30%. Like this should be double buffed or
Oh yeah,
something.
this I think her other two skills are fine modern wise, but like I do think the third skill would be a little different.
Yeah, her second skill, I mean, like it's.
Numbers
I
wise,
mean,
it's really good, even if it doesn't have a lot of effects because it can
yeah,
stack a lot of crit.
yeah, and the gimmick of this skill also has better numbers than John's skill, which has like I mean it's 10% per attack, and then also he does neutral damage. Not that they're comparable in any way, but it's just like like yeah, the demerit on that skill. I mean, these days you wouldn't have a
It's not
demerit on
really a
that skill for
demerit,
that
let's
skill.
be honest.
But like, I mean, it's 10%, and you can remove it in so many ways. So
Yeah, it's not that bad.
yeah.
I'd probably still keep her an A plus personally because I still think her skill set needs
Yeah.
more. But I do see that. I
Yeah.
do think that you can absolutely make her work. Like she's super versatile, feels strong, good internals. Buffed MP is really solid despite only having 2 lines. She's just very good. But I would just keep her an A plus personally.
I feel like a point of comparison is something like Tyra, because like they both have the buff removal before damage. I mean, it's a little weirder
Melt
because
is way better than Tyra. Don't even compare these two.
I mean Tyra has a more functional kit. I feel
No, she doesn't.
like it has a clear goal in mind, and like none
So
of the
does
skills
Melt.
are
It's
outright.
do damage.
Fair enough.
I mean, it is a bit odd, like a bit strange, like shifty to compare the two because like one is basically always neutral and the other one is basically never neutral.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I can kind of see what you're saying though, but yeah, I think they both have their own merits and upsides and downsides,
Yeah.
rather.
I'm fine with staying at A+, frankly.
Yeah, I'm pretty firm on that. So we go to 4-star alter ego next in Passionlip. Her summer version was on the first tier list this year as a new addition, but now we're going to talk about the OG version, and she was placed into C+, and not sure if last year had any new buffs to her, definitely not this year. She has like, the thing is like, she's like the kind of the opposite of Melt, where she has many lines on her kit, but a lot of the lines are like kind of weird or just don't see.
Yeah, like the
don't,
second skill is just so bad.
yeah.
I mean, like I think
Yeah.
it's a pretty solid
Incredibly bad.
skill, but like
Mm.
the buff to it is just so bad because
Yeah.
she immediately gets rid of it because of her NP. So
Mhm. Like it heals quite a bit, yeah.
like if it was if it scaled from 0 to 100%, it would be fine. But like
Yeah.
Also,
the
they gave
fact
her
that you can just heal
20%
above
battery.
100.
They gave her a
That doesn't feel great,
20%
yeah.
battery.
That's an awkward number.
Why? Why would they do that to her? Like,
Also, the MP buff is super old, and you can tell because they just did the damage buff and buffed the OC. That's it. It's very sad. Oh man.
yeah.
If this
it
was buffed
is
now, we would have like 3 new lines. Very sad.
And she's a unit that you have to, pay attention to skill orders. So you don't actually accidentally stun yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a huge concern. Like it's been very rare that I've run
Yeah, her
into
3-time
issues like
debuff, I
that,
mean,
'cause it's
usually
like-
takes care of that.
'cause- yeah, like it lasts for 5 turns,
Mhm.
so like you have to deal with a lot of debuffs for it to run into an issue. And even then, like there's ways of removing it. So like if you got
her second skill is truly terrible. It's
It's not terrible
It's like
because at
you-
least the uptime is pretty good, but yeah, it's really hard to make it
Yeah.
work. That's the problem. So yeah, it's
well,
a bit
like she
awkward.
doesn't have like the units that have these like low HP gimmicks usually have a guts,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
She doesn't. Like
she could use a guts.
Well, I
yeah.
mean, technically she does, but not this one.
Mm.
yeah, so it's
True.
like, oh, she's just gonna die when she gets low, unless she does her NP, but then she heals, and it's like, what are you supposed to just straddle the line between low HP and high HP?
Yes.
Like,
I still stand by it. They should have given her her own version of what Melt got, where it's like every time she gets attacked, she gets like a buster or something.
Oh, so like the reverse, yeah.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
like I mean, it makes sense. Like one's sadism, one's masochism. Like one gets something while she attacks, the other one gets something while she's being attacked.
well,
And
that's
it
what this
fits-
is, but it's just badly implemented.
Mm.
I guess, but like
The skill is
come
called
on.
masochistic constitution. Like, come on.
I
Yeah.
propose an amendment.
So yeah, she was not placed super high. I'd rather keep her to C plus, remove her to C personally. I don't
she
mind either.
stays.
Yeah.
She stays.
Yeah, she could stay there, frankly.
Yeah, at least she has like invul pierce and
Yeah, I
stuff.
like the Buster deck.
Yeah.
You can just like load her up with Buster buffing supports and stuff, and she stays alive decently well. So
Mhm. Yeah, sure. We'll
Look,
keep
if
her
they
there.
just buff her third skill, remove the demerit, add on a 30% battery, so she's total 50, and maybe add some other offensive things, maybe she can work, but
Mm. Who knows? I guess they could still buff it. It's the one thing that hasn't been buffed.
look, they double buffed KP skills, so like they can double buff.
I mean,
some
to
other
be honest, I
soccer
feel like
types.
someone in chat was saying it, but like it feels like they almost gave up with this one and made the summer version separate and
That's
really
true.
good. They're like, freak it, that's the
They're
fix,
like-
take it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is the fix. Roll for the saver version. That one's actually good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, unfortunate for OG. So next up, we get the first Moon Cancer, right? Let's see.
It's BB.
We're gonna have a lot of BB today. Let's start with the original of in the 4-star welfare. She was placed into just flat C. I remember
Yeah,
like
she's bad.
many years ago, even before she like got the buff to the 3rd skill, which is not a bad buff by any means, but like I always rated her decently okay because Moon Cancers were kind of rare at one point, and you were like, okay, if you ever fight Avenger, they're really nice to have, even if it's rare. But even that's not really like an argument, I feel like, anymore, because there's definitely way more Moon Cancers now. Many of them are popular too, so I don't know. I feel like BB is just kind of lagging behind, even if she's free. I'm not sure if I would really prio her too much for a new account. Even on my free-to-play, I haven't really used her. Yeah.
Her best use case was like the debuff, cleanse, and then immunity.
Mm-hmm. Like the esports use?
But like, well, yeah, then she, removes evade and stun, or evades and invincibilities, and like...
Yeah, she enables Frankenstein farming.
Oh yeah. No, she's pretty bad. Like her skill set is not that terribly useful anymore.
The 3rd skill would be really good on someone else.
Bad.
It's a really solid DPS skill. Unfortunately for her, it's not enough, I feel like, to warrant bringing her as a DPS, unless you're fighting Avenger. But even then, chances are you might have a better option anyway at this point.
Yeah, with all the Moon Cancers we have, look, there's better options. There's better free options.
I guess that's true as well, yeah.
But yeah, no, she stays. Nothing changes with her.
Yeah, kind of
They should buff her
unexciting.
MP though.
That could help. Yeah. I don't really have much to say about OGBB. I feel like it's more to talk about the others.
They can't help themselves. See, with them starting this new story thing, Epic Remnant, they had their BB chapter there. And then OC, they had their BB chapter. They can't help it. There's gonna be a BB chapter here somewhere. So that's where we get BB Summer 3.
True.
But they can also buff the original BB.
Yeah. Until then, I guess. Alright, let's talk about the final CCC event release servant. We got gonna spell it the correct way, unlike the stupid localized version. It says Shoin Kiara. That's how you actually spell it. Let's go. Okay, the wiki kinda does it correct, but like I think NA does it like SESSYIN or something. There's a Y in there. I hate when they localize it like that. But yeah.
Oh yeah, it says Yoin.
Oh, you can see it here on the wiki page. It's this first one. I hate that one so much.
That's got to be some Nihon Shiki garbage they're pulling here.
Mm-hmm.
They do that sometimes. I swear.
The Japanese do it sometimes because depending on who you ask, it can be a way to localize these specific phonetics, but I just don't like the look of it. I prefer the
it's the Nihon Shiki, which is like. Whereas like most of the game, that's the weird thing is like 99% of the game Hepburn, and then like but this character for some reason we're picking a different localization method, which by the way there's a popular one that like I think we're just so used to it. It's Tosaka, like there's an H there. For some reason,
it's just a long vowel. There's no actual H.
It's just like we're used to it because we've seen it for 20 plus years. But like that's also.
Is it because it's supposed to be pronounced like toe? Just in case you couldn't tell.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like.
Anyway, Kiara, OG Kiara, I didn't mention, but she was placed into B+ last year. Years have not been super gentle for her. At one point, I feel like many years ago, I could actually see her be considered one of the better AoE options among her peers, but. Man, like she's not really lacking on like effects necessarily. She's lacking on damage. I feel like that's still the main issue.
Pretty potato.
Yeah, like she has like the nice double on her MP with the invul piercing, ignore defense. That's a really cool effect to have. She's even anti-ruler to give her more coverage. She's anti-servant defense, which is really solid. Like, there's a lot of cool effects here. AoE gauge down, AoE buff strip on a skill, but I feel just damage is not enough. And at that point, you probably would just bring a support, right? Instead.
It's because she has debuffs and only one buff and it's anti-good.
Mm-hmm.
Like so it makes.
And I wish the arts res down was AoE. I always had mixed feelings about this being single target.
She's like, I remember back when everyone was like still hyping her up, and I'm like, no, this feels potato, because like at that time I had her like, what was it, like MP3 or MP4, and I would try to use her to farm, and I'm like, no, this thing just doesn't do damage. It's potato. Since then, I've read CCC and read more stuff, and now I just hate her. And like, I don't like this character as a character. Kind of hate her, to be honest.
As far
like,
as
not in like a
continue. Sorry.
Not in like the like, oh, I'm angry she exists, but I'm like, man, I don't like the character, like to the point, like, it's like I don't want to use this character. Like, they're a nice antagonist, but like I don't want to really use the character. So
so basically how she functioned back at the start, it was basically a generic. Okay, so we have like all sorts of omni loopers now that we could compare her to, and she does fall short. But back then, she was treated the same way effectively. Like, she was someone that had a 50 battery. She had offensive utility, and you just load her up with a bunch of arts buffs, and she just like keeps NPing because she had tools to help her do that. Nowadays, we have a bunch of servants that are like neutral, or they have advantage, like all these fucking berserkers and shit. And her damage just hasn't really been updated effectively. She has the NP upgrade, but that's really the only thing that's like it isn't enough. They should have given her like the anti trait. It's nice, whatever, but like they needed to give her something that wasn't exclusively an anti trait, like some sort of NP damage buff or an arts buff. Yeah.
It is cute that they made it AoE at least to lead more on her supportive side, I guess. But I feel like she's just in an awkward spot. Like, she's not like a full support. She's not like a full DPS. She's like kind of does many things for both. But I feel like it's still kind of hard to justify bringing her anyway. Like, if you looked at this kit, you'd be like, oh, this is pretty good. Like, there's a lot of stuff in here. And even the MP has the nice utility. But it just feels like she's just weak anyway. Well, not weak, but not strong, I guess. That sounds nicer.
I still think, like, from a utility perspective, she is incredible.
Oh yeah,
because like she has ignore defense, ignore invuln. She has AoE buff purge. She has her 50 battery with
minus tick down,
crazy effects on her third skill. Like, she has a lot of tools to deal with problems. It's just her one issue is her damage is just not impressive.
Yeah. So, question is, we move her or keep her there? I probably wouldn't mind, but what do you guys think? Like, keeping her?
Like, B or B plus. Like, I cannot see her falling below B.
Yeah, not below B at least. No.
We could put her in B.
I guess she would be next to like her summer version Rasputin, who are semi-comparable.
Unless we move that one up.
No, why would that one go up?
Well, I mean, like, she has
her summer version is I think one of my most hated designs in the game. Like, no, from a gameplay perspective, I hate that thing. I can't stand it.
We can we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
I think I'll keep her in B plus, but we'll see after we cover the B servants more. I think. Yeah, let's do that. So who is next then? Is it the Mecha Liz? Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Mecha Liz, and unless I missed something, this should be the only buffed servant in these lists today. So
What
let's see.
buff did they get?
They were placed into
checked and I
D
didn't see a buff.
plus. Let me go over the buff. I believe it's the third skill buff. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Yeah, it has to be this one, right? All right, so let's see what they got. So for third skill on a 5-turn cooldown previously, remove their own defensive debuffs. Pretty nasty sometimes. 60% MP damage for 1 turn and then 60% crit for 1 turn. It's a cute little burst skill, but man, the demerit was annoying to, you know, order stuff around, especially on turns subsequent to this one, can be annoying. But let's see. Unfortunately, the demerit is still there, but hey, the MP, they kind of made up for it in a way, because the MP damage is now 3 turns, same with the crit damage, which is pretty impressive because there's 60% each, and they also get this on-attack debuff for 3 turns, inflicting 500 burns for 3 turns on attacking, including the MP, because it's not just normal attacks. I don't think they really have any other burn synergy though, so it's just kind of like a thing to maybe enable someone else, but 60% crit and MP damage for 3 turns on a 5-turn cooldown is pretty impressive. Would be insanely broken on some other servants, but because Mecha Liz is kind of balanced and it still has the demerit you have to kind of play around. You can play around it, but sometimes it's a bit annoying. But you're probably just going to pop it first.
I don't think the merit is all that crazy because
yeah, it really depends on if you're getting more buffs after turn 1 before this comes back around again.
Yeah, because like on turn 1, okay, you use it and then like you probably don't have any defensive effects at that point anyways. So
yeah,
it's just on repeated uses. Like if you're using Koyan Sky to support her, then like on turn 4 you might have to worry about that, or turn 2 if you're using 2 of them, or turn 3 if you have the 5th you know. I think she's okay these days. Not like I feel like this is a decent beat stick, like a single target beat stick.
Yeah.
Like the Buster
I mean, she
deck,
does
the
exist.
Buster and that ramps. Yeah.
I think she's not bad for newer accounts.
New accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Low
her
cooldowns too.
That's their purpose.
I use mine on free to play, and she doesn't even have the third skill buff on NA yet.
Like, she's not terrible. Where was she on the list?
She was very low, actually. She was deep, which is the lowest. I think she should definitely come up with this buff.
Oh yeah.
Shouldn't be the lowest, at least.
Yeah, she can move to C.
Maybe even C+, honestly, I'd say.
Yeah,
I put her above like BB, I think. I think she's way more usable than BB.
Yeah, we can put her up then.
Yeah, for sure.
Or there's few enough here we can do the line. No.
I think it's a pretty decent glow up. Not bad. Totally usable. For established accounts, you know, limited value, I guess, but for newish accounts, good coverage, honestly. And she doesn't have like any like trait that she's tied to or anything like that. So being an alter ego, you can use her quite often because of that. And do fine. There you go.
Is there any other welfare alter egos still?
There is Taisui, right? Yeah, Taisui.
Taisui, yeah, he's AoE.
Yeah.
No other.
This is the only other one, yeah. Yeah, there's no other welfares. Oh wait, no, there's Flora, but I guess Flora is a support, so they're all kind of different. We have single target AoE.
They all do different stuff.
Yeah.
True. It's cool that they got like their own like diverse uses. Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's not like super impactful, but you know.
Is the next one Okita Alter? I assume it is.
Yes, it is Okita Alter. The servant that has been triple buffed and still kind of mid.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do agree that Okita Alter is in an unfortunate position. We placed her lowest of the SSRs in these classes. She was placed into C+, and again, I'm someone who's a big fan of all the Okitas. I even have a big copy of her too, of course. But man, like some of these buffs are like, what the hell were they thinking? Like just oh yay, let's just add a random 30% anti-sky there, thanks. And then like 3-hit attack for 20%. Like brother man, what are we doing here? At least the third skill buff is the only decent one. It's okay. But these first two are like, what are we doing? This is a full buffed kit on a limited SSR. Why does it look like this? And then her MP is not buffed at all. Like MP buff would still not even make her broken. It would at least bring her back to an okay level. She doesn't even have that. Like there's only one line on the MP, and it's a debuff after damage. Like
to be fair, if they gave her an NP buff, she would be doing.
Yeah, her farming numbers would be decent at least.
Alter's levels of damage.
So
at least while she has the attack buff. But I don't know, man. Like, as a guy that has a Grail Kiara, like. We got a 30% arts resist debuff on one enemy. Like, I feel like I'd take the 20% attack 3 times if I had to choose.
So the funny thing is, as far as like Buster AoE alter egos go, somehow she is the worst when it comes to farming, losing to somehow Kingprotea.
True.
Which is very funny.
I guess she can use BG, so that helps. But yes,
yeah, Kingprotea can use BG somehow. Somehow that like I'll talk about Kingprotea later. It's so stupid what they've done with her. It's funny. Yeah, unfortunate for Okita Alter. Like Okita Alter was released at a time where it was like, oh, because like Okita Alter came out when Scotty was the meta, right? And she had
around
like really
time,
good quick cards. So you're like, maybe you can do like, you know, you refund your NP with quick cards, you know, by, you know, using the quick cards with Scotty and stuff like that. And like, you know, that's where you get your damage and then you do your NP. And it's like, didn't quite work out that way. I remember thinking that when she first came out and using her, and I'm like, oh, kind of neat. Man, her third skill was really bad at launch. NPM for one turn and a one hit.
It really was.
Holy cow. Okay, man, she released really bad. Look, I actually looking at the kid, I'm like, I don't think the kid is the worst thing ever, but like, man, it was.
Like look at right now, you're not impressed. Oh boy, without the buffs, it's like the saddest thing ever.
Yeah,
Quick and Buster, a 30% battery, and then a one.
You know, I maintain it. Like her first skill was like the buff on her first skill was really bad too.
It is. It is.
Like you can at least get like some generic use out of the 20% attack buff sometimes. Sky is not super common. And then it's only 30%. They could have done 50%
easily. Even then, the skill would be like it's all right after a buff. You know, like why is it? Why they were holding back so much with this servant for no reason? I'm like, okay.
Well, see what they did. It's the same thing as Passionlip. They gave up.
Yeah, they did the summer. Yeah, exactly.
Summer version, and that one's good.
Yeah, like without zero buffs, she's just way better. With 3 here.
The summer version is literally both of the suggestions that people had for her. That make her quick and make her a saber.
Yeah. I would just keep her at C+. I think she's probably the worst of the SSR still. Yeah.
She's the worst of the SSR still.
Unfortunate. But at least we have some good Okitas, and we even got a buff for Saber new this year.
Wow, that
so
rain is coming down pretty hard.
No? You got some weather issues?
Yeah, I'll have warning if I lose power. I'm on a UPC, so one of my monitors will cut out, and then it's like, oh, so long, cruel world.
Yeah. All right. Is it Sitonai or is it?
No, it's BB.
Okay, it's summertime. Okay, let's see here. BB summertime, the original. Let's go. She was placed into flat A. She had a small resurgence at one point where card manipulation was way more rare. I mean, I would still say it is rare, but yeah, she was in an interesting spot, and I think she still can be used for sure. Like it's still different because it's like a full-on 3-turn lock.
The people using like those strategies are still going to use those strategies,
Mhm.
right? That hasn't changed. It's not like the effectiveness has gone down of it.
Yeah.
Um,
You just have
and
other similar options.
yeah, you just use Olga instead of Ciel for it now. Like, you know.
Mm. I still think
But,
if you're gonna damage
like,
with her herself, her damage is pretty potato. Even with some decent damage
it?
buffs, I'm pretty sure it is. Let me look at the numbers.
I mean, she is limited to
Because her attack is also
50%
really low,
Cs.
right? It's not very pretty. Yeah, it's because she can't even do. I guess she can't even do PG now, which is unfortunate. Even with all these changes, unless it wasn't added here. Like the numbers, they're not very pretty. I have to say.
I mean, here's the thing though. Like when you're doing an event, go look at the full list, right? Say you're running an event CE. That's like 50% charge, right?
Yeah.
Look at Arcueid's cranking damage and look at BB's cranking damage. Who do you think is going to scale better with a 50%
Well, I guess in that,
charge
if you're
event?
going for 50s, then yeah, she would win against Arcueid for sure. But I
Like,
feel like that's kind
what
of
I mean, like,
unfair because Arcueid is like you would bring her if you need the giant battery.
right. Well, but Arcueid's like the main competition there is like all the Buster Moon
Well, okay,
cancer, like,
I kind of agree that she is
I've
the main
used-
competition, but is there really a lot of competition? I feel like it still doesn't make PB's case
No.
look amazing either.
But
Like it's just
here's the
neutral
thing,
damage
like-
at the end of the day, and there's so much better stuff than this.
Right, as far as neutral damage go, I actually don't think that BB's is the worst. Like or even
I mean, it's not
bad,
worse, but I
per
think
se.
I think it's bad. I'm not. I think actually pretty bad.
You think it's bad?
But again,
I mean,
I'm
boy,
trying to make an
then-
argument here that I don't think she would be brought for like the you know, farming or DPS anyway. Like you would probably just pick her for card manipulation, which is still something.
Well, I mean, actually, like for DPS and like on a boss, like that card manipulation, she just used it on herself. I'm not saying like she's like EX or anything. I'm just like, I think people kind of look down on her a little bit. But like once they buffed that first skill, like to where like it gives like the attack up, and like it's on a 5-turn cooldown, 4 turns, you know, with you know,
That's a good
event
skill.
5,
Yeah.
and like she can guarantee drains. Like I don't know, she's useful for like the card locking, but then I don't think she's actually that bad as a DPS. Like I use her as a DPS just fine.
Yeah, her numbers, like the numbers on her card buffs are pretty goddamn good. And then like also she has like being able to lock your cards and guarantee a brave chain 3 turns in a row is like really underrated. I know people like look at TA stuff where you reset to get cards all the time. The fact that you can just do that normally is still
It's
so
a bit
underrated.
RNG, but yeah, it's fairly consistent to get like 2 cards, assuming you can loop your MP semi easily.
I mean, it's like okay, you either pop at turn 1 or you pop at turn 2. If you're really unlucky, it's turn 3. Like you're definitely gonna get at least 2 cards.
Oh wait, no, she does have a 0 charge comp with the V3 plug.
Oh, was it on the form?
Yeah. And it's just a little bit below Arcueid.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Huh. Well, I've always said Arcueid's over. You know, she's I like to dump on that, but like,
true.
Yeah, true.
Interesting.
You know, look, I just don't think she's as bad as people make her out to be. Because like I feel like the general consensus, if you ask people like, how is Summer BB as a farmer and a DPS, everyone will say, oh, terrible. But like, I don't think she's not.
I still want to say as a
It's
farmer,
just
I'm
that
not super impressed because she has like 0 things for the team, so it would be just single core. But I'm kind of more opening my eyes to the fact that she could probably do some DPS.
Not 0 things for the team. She does things for a team, and that is card lock teams. She has a specialized niche. Like, anyway, the point is that I think people need to not look down on her as much as a DPS.
Yeah, I think DPS. I can see that. Yeah. Hmm.
A.
I'd probably keep her an A, though, regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could stay an A.
Not bad, though, I suppose, yeah. Fair enough. Still no news about Plushie, but we keep praying that his internet recovers. And we just keep going meanwhile, I guess. Keep the show on the road. Next up, is it Jinako or is it Sitonai? It's Sitonai, right?
Sitonai, yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's see here. Let's type it in. Sitonai. She was placed into flat B. Wait, is this buff new to this year? I want to say no.
No,
It's not.
it is not new.
Okay.
And here's the insulting thing: is she got buffed around the same time as Melt, and Melt gets like the
Why? You got the MP buff, right?
the NP buff, and she gets the.
I mean, I still do like this buff. Like, this is a good buff.
Right.
This is still a good buff
Dragon.
because it removes the stupid RNG by making it 100%. Then, you know, you get the double mod. And being an alter ego, it does mean that she has more coverage than a lot of other servants. So this buff, while it's not as crazy as the Meld MP buff, this is still a good buff, I want to say, regardless. It's a good skill now. So we still rated her B after this buff, huh? I mean, I guess her other skills are pretty very whatever burger, and her MP is without a buff despite being spammable. So unless you're hitting the power mods, you probably won't be doing crazy damage. That's probably the problem, huh? Yeah. And I don't know why the MP is like only dragon MP takedown. It's not even like an anti-dragon damage thing. I mean, granted, she has a bit of that now here, but it's only 30%, assuming they're not demonic at the same time. So I feel like an MP buff would just make her really solid, depending on what they do with it. But as is, I think she's just kind of falling behind with the damage.
She needs an MP buff to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I want. This is very unrelated. Every time I see the word dragon recently, I'm just what my mind plays is how you play Star Rail. Do you use English or Japanese voices?
Japanese.
Okay. I use Japanese as well, but I've heard it enough times in videos, like Dan Hung, like the shield form. Every time he holds, he goes "dragon," and it sounds the dumbest thing ever.
I didn't know.
And I'm like, I hate the way he says "dragon" in English. It's like "dragon."
So it's now
like,
rent free in your head. Yeah.
It's rent free in my head. Like that dragon comes up like dragons. And I'm like, I hate the way.
I almost want to say I did not need to know this, but there it is. I can't do anything about it anymore.
It's so annoying. It's in my head. Every time dragons comes up, I hear dragons. And I'm like, come on, dude. I'm so upset. Anyway, that's what's been running through my head this entire time looking at Sitonai's kid. Had to inflict this mental damage on everyone else.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Like she's one or two buffs away from being really good, as is just lacking damage. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, an NP buff is really the...
That would be the easiest way to, if you want to give the biggest bump, most likely. Yeah. If they change the drain to just a universal drain, add like one new good line, and that's it. That would be already good with the damage upgrade. That would already make a big difference. I would like that quite a bit.
Yeah, just have it be like, look, I know it's lazy, but like just give like, even if it's like 10%, like a ramping 10% NP damage, right?
Could be, yeah. Because she only has the 3-turn arts, that's like universal damage. Otherwise, she has these 2 power mods, 30% each. So yeah. Oh wait, no, she has the attack too, I guess. But yeah, if she gets MP damage, she gets the trifecta.
That's the main thing they fixed.
Yeah.
Is the attack up like being guaranteed.
Even if it's only 20%, at least it's guaranteed now, yeah.
Yeah, or defense time before damage, you're right. That would also be good.
Yeah, if they want to change the order of operations, that could be a big buff as well for the MP.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room for potential really good changes for her.
She was buffed around the same time as Melt, and Melt just kind of won that competition. Here's the thing, they gave up and just released Lohi instead.
Yeah. They're like, let's just take her out of her and make her into her own servant.
We'll just pluck this thing out and just like put Sitonai in the corner. You can stay over there.
I still feel like there's a very decent chance that Sitonai gets buffed again. I think it can easily happen.
Sitonai is a character they just keep in their back pocket because it's basically just Ilya.
Yeah, exactly.
And so they can pull that out at any time.
And now that Lohi is a thing, I think she's even more relevant again. So yeah.
Yeah.
And Lohi is semi-popular as
time?
well. She was in just flat B, and I think that's fine, honestly.
I think she'd be where she belongs.
Yeah.
But hey, hopefully one day
She
she's
doesn't
gonna
do a
jump.
whole lot.
Like she loops easily, but just doesn't do damage, and it doesn't have any interesting utility either. So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, it's not. Is it KP or Jinako?
Kingprotea.
Okay. I assume it's Moon Cancers after that. Okay.
Yeah, after KP is Jinako.
Yeah. But yeah, KP time. We got the Gao, and she was placed into flat A, and I think people said we even kind of underrated her. Unless it was the year before last.
Look,
she's actually not bad at all. She's a bit gimmicky, but certainly can be very strong, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, they giga buffed her to allow her to farm for some reason.
She can even do the solo now, which we kind of also underrated supposedly. So,
yeah, honestly, I kind of love the buff because it makes it the first skill more than just like, okay, I press this and then in a few turns I'm just unkillable. Now you can actually keep getting value out of it, and you repeat it, and then it helps the other skills function. I think it's a very cool buff.
It is.
Yeah.
It means that you're not going to be getting 40k HP, but you usually don't need 40k HP, to be fair.
Well, yeah, because you want to, you always wanted to keep it rolling because, like, otherwise your HP, eventually drops. Like, it stops giving you 4k a turn after 10 turns anyway. Yeah, no, I like her she works as a farming unit.
She works in like a lot of stuff, honestly. She works differently, but she just works.
She's also the tank unit. She's a gimmick unit, but like a gimmick unit that they have forced into also working as a DPS.
Yeah. So honestly, even though we use the word gimmick, it honestly isn't really even a gimmick anymore because you can just make it work every single battle anyway. It's just it's just different. It's not really a gimmick anymore. It's just different.
Yeah, the only downside is like it's like the kind of the same position as BB, where she gives up really party utility for like a gimmick, right? Like she doesn't have any party utility because she's a unit where if you're using her, you have to kind of like play into.
Yeah, you put all your eggs into one KP basket.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
Yeah.
But
that's fine.
I think as far as like taking to like boss fights or like challenge quests, she's one of the more like fun units. Like there's a fun factor. It's like, is it optimal? No. Is it fun? Yes.
Right? And it works.
It's that kind of thing.
So it's nice, yeah. If anything, I think we could actually bump her to A+.
I think that's good. I agree.
Maybe a bit underrated last year, or maybe even the year before that, I forgot, but yeah.
When we were splitting the classes, by the way, we were proposing classes, and I just proposed Moon Cancer and Alter Ego because I thought it's funny because
the Sakura stuff,
BB and the Sakura.
I mean, the split actually just happened to work well like that anyway.
Unfortunately, turns out that most of them are good.
Yeah, like it does look kind of funny,
it's
but
so top heavy. But the problem is,
and now that we don't even have the worst of them in this list, she's in a different list now here as well, and actually the other one too. Like the worst are not even on the same list here.
Yeah, the lower ones. It's just like I'm like, like these are actually like good units. Like there's a lot of good units. That's the thing is, I feel like people are like they see Pretender and they're like, "Ew, disgusting," and then they go, but Alter Ego, my friend. And
but I still do think Alter Ego is better than Pretender because of Cavalries having worse damage coverage than Knights usually. I do think it is slightly better.
I don't think the class is bad. I think that Alter Ego is just there's one more of them, and two for some reason they like. I don't know. They get the weirder gimmicks that work out well.
Fair enough.
Anyway, but yeah, Jinako's next.
Yeah, KP gets the boost. Let's see. Let me update the text. Next up, we're gonna talk about Jinako. She was placed into flat A, and that's another one that always gets the people going, especially if she happens to be above some of their favorites.
I do think maybe she should go down.
I'm not opposed to the idea though, for what it's worth.
I
Even
think
if she still has a semi-unique
buff
spot in giving the high anti-lawful, which no one else still does as far as I know, but yeah, I wouldn't be mad.
It gives is just like
yeah, it's surprising that it's
people sleep on
50,
it so hard.
right? It's surprising. And then you get the 3-turn MP damage as well. So if the lawful applies, she's always going to be a very legit option as a support. It's going to boost her damage a lot.
Was the Marie lawful?
Which one?
For the grand duel.
Olga Marie.
I want to say no, but I remember.
It took me a second because I was like, there's a few Maries.
Wait, no, Fleur Marie is lawful.
I didn't really see.
Was that on the
Fleur
correct
Marie,
side though? I don't remember which side she is on.
Well, Stellar Marie is also lawful. Wait.
Hmm.
And that's the other side you fought too.
Interesting.
So both sides were lawful. So I guess you could have used her there. I don't recall.
I'm not. Did I even use her on JV? I don't remember actually.
Well, the problem with the Grand Raids is I think it came up, like the thought might have occurred to me, but then you realize in Grand Raids you already have like 200% power mod already equipped. So power mod is really watered down.
I guess, yeah.
So attack and card buffs are more effective than power mods in grand duels. Like she's still good, but like yeah, I'm frankly just picking her if like what I'm fighting is lawful and I need that 20% charge as well. Like I don't know. Like,
I'm still gonna put it as a side note there that if the enemy has no way to deal with invul, I think she's still one of the best like solo tanky DPS in the game. Like she's unkillable, and if you have a good copy, she can actually do damage as well. But again, that's only if you have a good copy. Yep. She will not do damage if you have a base copy. So like if I ever play on NA and there's any kind of challenging thing, if I literally don't even want to read anything, I just put Jinako Kazutori and like Rhinus, and it just no one dies, and I just win the whole thing easily. Like it's the easiest fight of all time. She's just unkillable. Just to put that out there. It's not that big, because for most people it's not really that, but yeah.
Her solos are just pretty ridiculous too, because like she can just loop her invuln, and then she also has another invuln to rely on.
Yeah, and then you can have a mystic code as well if needed.
Yep. Yeah, and then during all of that, she's also healing. So like that one turn where she takes a lot of damage, yeah, it gets undone because you also.
And then
have,
usually
like,
you try to time her. You try to time her taunt as well, which is a 1k damage cut. So when you're taking damage, you don't take much damage either there.
Yeah.
I would personally maybe even still keep her there, but if you guys want to B+, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Just be honest. Like it's fine.
I think it's fine. Like. What she does.
I don't mind whichever. I guess we'll. What do you think, Rio? And then we'll ask Plushie as well when he's back.
I would put her down to B+, but I don't know how Plushie thinks.
Okay, we'll let Plushie decide. I think if Plushie says B+, I'll move her down. But yeah, to be continued. Okay. Next one is it Kiara Summer?
Yes, it's
and then Douman, right?
Kiara,
okay.
Yeah. Moon Cancer Kiara, one of my most hated designs. I hate how her like skill works, where like it charges up the charges of it, and then you spend them. Like it's a cool idea. I guess, really annoying.
I just wish it didn't like. I wish it. like you kind of have to commit to it, like to a skill. I just wish it didn't consume them. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, just let these skills become better over time without consuming them, then get good versions of both easily. That would be nice. Also, I didn't mention, but she was placed into flat B last year, the summer version, even below OG actually.
Yeah, so she gets like the rank up, you know, every turn there.
Yeah.
And she needs, you know, what is it? 3 stacks.
No, it's 2 stacks to do the max rank
2 stacks
for skills.
to do
yeah.
max rank. Yeah.
So it's minimum turn 5 if you want both skills max value, minimum, which is pretty slow. Granted, I feel like for the second skill you might not need it, but the third skill kind of want it because you want those extra debuffs to do more damage.
Yeah, I wish there was a way to, like, you know, if you had, say, like 2 stacks, it's like when you press her other skills to like choose if you want to take 1 or 2 stacks, right?
That could help too, yeah.
Like, because then you could like split it. Because that's one of the things that annoys me is like you got to do all or nothing on both skills. It's like her second skill is just really bad if you have no stacks.
Yeah, like if you don't need the battery, then you know it might not be that enticing to press this upgrade.
But yeah, because she really needs those bewitchment. You know, because she is based on mental debuff. Yeah, auto's here to defend garbage. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Hello?
So my case for it, so you're gonna hate hearing this. Jeunesse Crane.
Yeah, I saw that coming a mile away.
So part of it, so like she helps you apply more mental debuffs. So like every time she NPs, she gives her 20% more NP damage. Super effective. She also gives her another 20% with her third skill. So like, and then she also has art support. Like, she's just a servant that makes a lot of sense with her and makes it so she is capable of getting those stacks more frequently.
In farming, that, you know, only the skill part matters. Against a boss fight versus Jeunesse Crane, you doing her NP versus your buffed up Kiara using another card, you're still probably better off just using another card with Kiara. That's kind of the way things tend to go. Like I don't know if you would use another NP just to apply some debuffs. If you were doing that, I think, you know, there's other servants that apply, you know, those type of debuffs that, you know, you would take instead to apply, you know, the mental debuffs.
I just think I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't credit her a whole lot as a farmer. Like, I feel like she does. So she does like she's a lot more challenge quest.
I don't think she's farming oriented.
With the insane survival on her first skill and the debuff cleanse. Yeah.
And because she can't carry over her crazy debuffs, that's way better for like just non-wave content as well.
Every time I look at her, like most people's concerns with her are just actuating her damage. And Jeunesse Crane helps do more in that regard. Because like each cast of her NP, which is really easy to spam, I mean it's just 20% super effective for 3 turns.
Okay, right, but then you're talking about now trying to fight off 2 different servants NP. Then you're left with 1 card per turn.
She has AOE battery.
Who gets the right? But like dual in like a boss fight, dual AOE NP, like, and to keep up with the charge when they're both DPS. I understand that she has an AOE battery 1 time, but like that's not like
she has 20 AOE, 30 self. It's split on skills, so like I mean, you got servants like Summer Tiamat that charge the whole team over and over again. Then you got like
are you trying to move her up? Is that what you're trying to do here?
Remind me where she is right now.
She was in flat B.
It is B. I feel like I feel like we ranked her pretty low last time.
No, I think like she belongs there.
I
Like,
could see her being
comparison
next
the
to OG
other
I just
Kiara,
think
but
it
that would
would-
be like the ceiling. I feel like for me.
I think it would be hilarious if we
Look,
swapped
I
the
agree with
Kiara
the chat.
spots.
They're saying she should move down. I think she
No,
should go down.
that is bullshit. She is so much better than Okita Alter.
I think
Like-
she's better than Okita. Yeah.
Look, then she shouldn't move. She's still an awkward to use.
I might just keep her there. Yeah.
AOE Moon Cancer.
Mm.
Or we just move Okita Alter down. You're right. You know, I'm starting to like what your chat's saying. No,
Mm.
no, I think she stays.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep it like this.
Oh, whatever.
There you go. Okay, so next up
Next is
is
Douman.
yeah, the good old villain man.
I'm gonna have a hot take. Douman should go down.
All right, okay. Before anything, yeah. Next up, we're gonna talk about Douman, and he was placed into EX tier. He's been there basically since he was released, and funnily enough, he has never seen a single buff. And it kind of makes sense because he's pretty loaded. Very powerful skills, obviously offers a lot of buffs and even some useful debuffs. His MP can, he can fire off for free, can insta-kill in some situations. So even sometimes can do some semi-legit curse damage too, which is not even that big of a deal, but might as well mention that too. And he's easy to keep alive because he has double guts for himself. And he works with a lot of servants because a Chaotic Evil is a common combo.
The Douman is rated really highly because of his supportive utility and his deck utility.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, do you remember the last time you used him?
Well, to be honest, I'm the special kind that I never used Douman for supporting. I used him as a DPS because I have a good copy. So I mostly used him as like a DPS / farmer.
I feel like part of why he's so appealing is like he makes multiple teammates do a lot of damage because like he himself does a lot.
Yeah, his crits are very solid, honestly, and his deck got better with Summer Tiamat too. Like his crits actually slap really hard.
I still think he should be an A+ because I think like the value of like the Chaotic Evil thing is nice, but like the value of getting that, frankly, Summer Tiamat replaced a lot of what he does for people because they don't have to be Chaotic Evil. You just do a Tiamat MP, you get a bunch of attack, you get a bunch of crit. Even if they're Buster, you still get tons of crit and attack. Like I think that his like there hasn't been any like instant kill gimmick like 90 pluses recently, where he's come in handy or something like that. I just think like I don't think he's gotten like substantially worse, but I just think his value to someone is less than it has been in the past. So it's not like he's bad now. I just don't think he's like.
Honestly, as crazy as it sounds, I could probably see A+ as well.
Question.
Yeah, like that's all I'm saying is like I'm not saying he's bad now. I'm just saying like there's so many other options that what he does isn't like if you had someone like going, oh, should I get this guy? And you look at their and like there's they're like free to play or something like that, but they already have like they already rolled Summer Tiamat. You're like, no, you'll be fine for like support there, or like for insta kill, you can just get Nito or Nito Alter as a spook. So like it's just like I think he's good still. I just don't think what he does is necessarily as valuable as a whole anymore.
Question. Just out of curiosity, how many Chaotic Evil servants were released in the last year?
Let's find out. I'm gonna open up the list if it ever wants
Chaotic
to load.
Evil, 2.
Chaotic Evil. There's Solomon. Wait, what was the time
2?
period?
In the past year.
Typhon was new as well, right? So that's another one.
Oh, Prelati is Chaotic Evil, actually. Prelati, that's Prelati.
3.
Gensai, so that's 2.
4.
Was Lilith within the
Yeah,
past?
yeah,
Lilith
she
in the
was. I
past
just
year.
counted her. That's 4.
So that's
5 with
3.
Kawakami.
Liz of the End is 4.
6
and then
Prelati.
yeah. So I think it's 6. Solomon,
Yeah, it's 6.
Typhon, Liz of the End, Lilith, Kawakami, and
And Prelati.
Prelati.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you're probably not going to use them with Prelati. I don't think you like. The thing is, yeah, I'm just looking at like this. I don't know who I would pair him with, like versus someone else, because I like there's just better options now. Like I
Oh,
don't know.
SSR Liz was also on the list. That's 7.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. I missed her.
Yeah,
I would probably move Douman to A+. I think I basically agree everything with Rio said. Like, I think he's really good, but I feel like he's not the end-all be-all for his, what he does anymore. Like, there's a lot of options for similar stuff.
I just feel like there's better options that aren't limited by the chaotic evil that you can take now. Like even like with Buster, like Merlin's buff, like really helps with that because like that's 50% general crit, 100% more crit for a turn. Gives charge, attack, and Buster up. Like if I have a chaotic evil servant and they're Buster, and my slot is either Merlin or Douman, I'm still probably taking Merlin. Like right. I'm sorry.
I think I honestly would probably put him to A+.
Yeah.
I think you're high.
Damn.
Don't worry, Otto. I don't do drugs.
I guess we'll see as well. We'll put a note on that as well and see what Plushie says about him as well. We'll comment on like Jinako and him and maybe some others he wants to comment placements on. Okay. So, is it Bazett now?
Yep.
Okay, let's see. To that one guy in chat who's been asking like 50 times, have you covered Bazett yet? Let's talk about Bazett. She was placed into
You know what? I think we can
year.
just gloss over Bazett. I think she stays where she is. Can we move on?
I mean, chances are I would probably still feel like A+ is fine for her, but we should still cover her anywhere here. So I feel like not much has changed. Like the deck doesn't get improved by Summer Tiamat. He has a complete kit that makes sense. It works. Her MP can hit very hard. Her crits are decent. Like Bazett is just a nice complete package. Like I want to say she's like the single target KP where they're both gimmicky, but they're gimmicks that you can always make work in every fight anyway. So is it really a gimmick at that point? They're just different, but they both work. They make sense, Like I think Bazett is just solid, very solid.
She did have like a defensive problem before, where like I did think it was a little hard. Like
because you just had to one turn away because you're tanking hits all the time.
NP is now an invincibility, so that's 2, and then you just got to survive one turn getting hit. Like I think it's a little bit better now. Also, I always forget that she has like a anti-caster power mod for no reason, just because like screw you casters, I guess.
Yeah, it just happens to overlap. Overlap nicely.
I don't ever see that like anyone bring that up anytime with her, but like it's like it's just extra damage against casters for no reason.
Yeah, good affinity class. We take those, I guess.
Yeah, no, I don't have any problem with her. I still think that for a lot of people, like the idea they have of Bazett is the Giga invested Bazett, right? And because that's
I feel like that's mostly for the min-turn brain rot. I feel like for anyone else, you could totally.
No, but like the funny ones, like you see people post on Twitter, like, "Wow, look at Bazett doing this crazy thing." That I think people need to like they temper their expectations. She's
frankly, I mean, like I work with NP1 and 2 Bazetts, and she's still performing really well. Like the fact that she just technically has like an insane NP multiplier, because it's effectively an extra 50%, because if you do it 3 times, of course, like I know there's going to be RNG involved, but then it's like, okay, it's at least single target levels of damage.
Yeah, and it also has the ramping quick res down as well for even added damage. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say like, oh, the hardest part though is obviously like to like cheese things. You got to do a ton of damage with their cards, but I think most people using her aren't trying to like save turns off stuff. But
Yeah, you
that's
don't
kind of what
like
she does.
you don't have to worry about the freaking turbo min turn stuff. Like she's still gonna be a very solid DPS as is. Like it's just who
Yeah,
cares?
I think she's good where she is because like she
Yeah.
is like just super good. Like I hope people when I say that kind of stuff isn't me like talking down. I just like
I feel
just
I
think
feel
that
like
when
at this
Servant
point we would
first
just
came out,
reiterate
it
everything
was
from
like
last year. I feel like my
was just
opinion
so
of her
much
is the
hype.
same as last year. I think the year before that we kind of underrated her, but then we fixed it last year, and I think I still think she's where she should be. She's just really good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say top tier, but like just very good. You can totally make her work. Kind of interchangeable with Melt, honestly. Both are really good. So there you go. There's a Bazett.
Now, if they buffer with ignore invincibility, then we have a problem.
That would be scary.
That'd be scary.
Right. So is it Taisui?
After that is
Yes.
Taisui.
And then I
Yep.
assume is Arcueid. Or is it?
Nope,
Is it? Wait,
Bunyan.
no. Is it? It has.
Taisui, then
Yeah.
Bunyan.
Okay. Wait, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Bunyan is 339. Arcueid is 351.
Oh wow. All right. Next welfare, we got Taisui. There's not a whole lot of welfares on this list, but he is another one, and he was placed into flat B. AoE MP spam. Not insane damage, but he can definitely spam his MP pretty easily, and he can ramp up some defense down at least. I think some people last year said we underrated him. I'm not sure if I still agree, but I guess we should have a
Where was he?
rediscussion here. He was in flat B.
I think he should go up. Taisui is actually like a gimmick. Once again, he's another gimmick unit. But his gimmick is like for when you have like if you have an enemy that spawns extra enemies or just a large enemy with a bunch of ads, his gimmick is really funny because it's the
Transfer
every
the
time
stuff,
the cursed
yeah.
enemy dies, the curse transfers. Like and it works surprisingly well. Like and especially like for challenge quests, he can kind of just like build up curse and like and he's art, so he works with like the Stolly teams. So he kind of like can work there. He can seal skills. He has targetable
Damage
guts
isn't
and buff
that
removal
bad,
resistance.
too.
His damage isn't. Yeah, his damage isn't that bad as
Like,
far as the alter
Anti-Man
egos go.
is...
Yeah, anti-man
Anti-Man is
on
very
a
common.
alter ego is good, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he's more useful, like, more usable than a lot of AoE casters in that regard, because, like,
Oh yeah.
if it's a man assassin, like, he's out-damaging most of them.
Yeah. So I do think maybe he was a little underrated. I do think he should probably go up.
I don't mind moving him up, honestly, on hindsight.
What was he again?
It was flat B.
Yeah.
B plus?
Yeah, frankly. Yeah, I feel like he's
is
at
it
least,
crazy that I think that because I want to move Hakuno up too later, but like
Ooh.
I think he's better than Ortinax. So I think I don't know. I want to say A.
Before
Like, as
before
far as,
we
like,
log in a
4 stars
rating,
go,
though,
here-
are we back? Are we back? Hello?
Not really. I called them.
Oh.
They said their the router is broken or whatever.
The router
they
is
told me
so
to
it's a hardware malfunction.
I don't know. It's a
Huh.
building thing, and then I don't. They said there's no estimated fixed time, so I'm using my phone's hotspot. I don't know when it's gonna like. Just
I mean, it sounds
blow
fine
up,
if it's feasible for you. It does sound fine, yeah.
Yeah,
if you can make it
I'm
work.
gonna try to. Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to have you back, bro.
Since this
Welcome
is
back, bro.
just the 4 stars, I think like I think
You think
we're
he?
just looking at the 4 stars,
I could
there's no
maybe
5
even
stars
see the
crowding
A,
the
honestly.
thing.
Yeah.
I think like as far as the 4 stars go, he's like they're like second or third place.
Yeah, not that there's a lot, but still, yeah.
Well, okay. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not a whole-
they're
yeah. There's some
second or third
crazy
place of what
ones
we
that
have
haven't
here.
placed yet.
Yeah, of what we
Yeah.
have placed here.
Hmm.
Like I think A is fine.
I
honestly.
kind of don't mind, honestly. Sure. Okay, we're definitely not underrating him. That's for sure.
Yeah. Fight me
Man,
on that one next time.
Putting the two rarities together actually like kind of screwed a lot of the
I
four
feel like
stars in
that's
real life.
I think that's what happened. We definitely
you're sitting
made.
there looking at
I
it
think
like,
we subconsciously made some servants look a lot worse. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like, because the 4-star lists have moved more this year than 5-star lists. Because the thing is like when you're looking at the 4-star, if you're looking at Taisui and then you're sitting there next to all the 5-stars, you're like, ooh, is he really as good as so and so? But like in the context of 4-stars,
like we don't want to put him above like the same level as OG Kiara or something. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, okay, since we kind of do have Plushie back, should we real briefly go over the servants we just already placed and see if he wants to comment any of the placements? So we'll start with the 4-stars here. We have so far discussed OGBB, Mecha Liz with her new buff. She's the only one who had a buff. We bumped her from D+ to C+. Passionlip is we talk about. Both Mashus, the 4-star versions, not Paladin yet. And then Taisui just now. So those are 4-stars. We'll talk about the 5-stars next. Do you want to comment on any of those?
Is it possible if you send like a picture? I don't think my hotspot can handle.
Oh, like the current.
stream.
Yeah, I'll send a screenshot
Yeah.
right now to
Yeah.
Discord. There you go. That's the current place, but not all moved. Like BB stayed in C. I believe Mecha Liz came from like D+ to C+. Passionlip stayed in C+. Ortinax stayed in B+. Mashu went from A to A+. And Taisui went from B to A just now. I think those are the changes on the 4-star side. You can be fully honest.
It's all right. It's all right. I don't know. I mean, seems okay. Nothing
stands out on the
weird.
4-stars for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
send the 5-star as well. There you go. Should be loading it right now.
Plus, the one that I think you might take umbrage with was I.
Okay, we have two. Okay, I'll mention the ones that we have already talked about, and then there's two that I really want to hear your input on. That will depend, like how we'll place them. So we've talked about Okita Alter. We've talked about both Kiaras, Sitonai, Jinako, Summer BB, OG Melt, Passionlip, Douman, Bazett. And that's it, I believe. And the ones that are, I mean, you can comment on anyone, of course, take your time. But we were wondering if you would agree whether or not Jinako should stay in A or she should move to B+, or do you agree with Douman moving from EX to A+? And but again, you can comment on anyone, but those two especially, I want to hear your opinion on. Feel free.
I definitely can see it. Like Jinako's strong against lawful, but again, with better supports coming out. Just every year, especially last year to this year, we got like a bunch of just good supports. I can definitely see her getting cut.
Okay.
Even if you're against lawful sometimes. And Douman, yeah, I'm assuming the argument is like death nodes just don't exist anymore right now.
Well, I think the main argument was that, like, yes, he offers buffs, but there's other servants that do similar stuff that are not tied to like chaotic or evil stuffs. Like, again, Summer Tiamat.
Yeah. Plus, if you're looking if you're looking to fill like that third slot for a Buster unit, and your choice is Merlin.
Oh yeah, Merlin
or
too.
him. I'm probably taking Merlin.
I mean, yeah, because he doesn't have charge, right? Like, I kind of understand for sure. I mean, there are still cases where I bring him. Obviously, units that have like anti-mental debuff. Right, like that's something that he
also worth noting, he doesn't have to NP for you to get maximum value out of him.
Yeah,
like
no.
Tiamat still has that issue, and like if you're spamming a bunch of crit buffs, then I mean, you're probably not gonna waste a card.
Like I'm pretty sure I still used him recently just for like MP damage. I think for OG Kiara. Just because
you're Kiara's strongest soldier, right? Or only remaining one.
Yeah, I mean, I want some like attack up. His bond CE is another factor. I think one of the reasons why people use him, I mean, at least in the more mid-turn side of things, is his bond CE is essentially 30% MP damage up for Chaotic Evil, which is a lot on top of all the buffs he has.
Mm.
But yeah, I totally understand. I don't think he's EX.
Okay.
Especially like like we have like higher standards nowadays for sure.
I think
And
I'll.
again, another thing is just like the death thing. Like it's
Yeah.
just it has slowly faded out of relevancy. So
I think
can
I'll
definitely
move
see
both
it.
of them down then. The discussed ranks.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyone else you want to comment about of the ones I listed, Tristan?
Not really.
I don't think anyone else
mean,
really moved. Not really
no,
so
yeah,
far.
no. I think it's
Okay.
fine. Like, yeah.
All right. Cool. Welcome back. I guess we can keep going then. So you said Bunyan is next, right?
Yep, Super Bunyan.
Super Bunyan. Oh, where's my space? There it is. All right, Super Bunyan. Next topic. She was placed into B plus. She's mostly just used at farming, really. Especially people that like speed farming because her MP has a fast animation. Not that it really matters for the ranking, but I'm just gonna put that out there. Yeah, she's after her MP buff, she's kind of comparable to someone like Kingprotea, I guess. They're both like universal buster single target damage. Bunyan can even add a bit more extra depending on when you MP with her and if you get some likes before that with like face cards or something. But yeah, I don't like her skills still. I mean, they're better than Kingprotea for what it's worth, but that doesn't take much. But I still feel like they should definitely buff one or two of these skills. But at least, again, her MP damage can be okay. She has that, especially if you get some stacks going. And it is upgraded now, so she's not unusable. At least she has that spot in the game.
So I if I was gonna buff a skill, I would buff her second skill. One, change the
it's the
overcharge
weakest.
to 1 stage 3 turns, and maybe add party NP damage on there. Because like
this is by far the weakest skill she has.
Yeah, I don't know why it's 1 turn.
Yeah, it's so gimped
it's
again.
so annoying because like if it was 1 time 3 turns, I could actually use her in a couple different comps as like the single target. But like
I could understand it if it was AoE 30. But like I don't know.
Yeah, it's solo 30 and then party 1 time 1 turn overcharge. What a 6 turn cooldown. Who does that? It's a limited SSR skill. And this was like year 7 or something. I don't even know.
And if she got more out of her own overcharge, maybe it would make more sense. But
yeah, because her own overcharge, unfortunately, it ramps up, but it's still like after damage and it doesn't scale amazingly well either.
5% more defense.
Yeah.
It's not even like the other Bunyan where it's randomly 5 turns.
It is funny to point out that she is like still like second place as far as NP damage goes on the single target alter egos. Unfortunately, Melt kind of eclipses her in damage in that respect, like by like 25-30% or something like that, like 30% more damage. So and
then she does way better face cards too.
Yeah,
and she removes buffs.
Like her selling point has always been just fast MP animation. It's kind of dumb, honestly, because it's not necessarily what they should balance a character around. It's like, we should make her weaker because her MP animation's faster. Like, no, that's just stupid, right?
But it sells to a specific group of people.
Yeah. So like I'm not gonna judge her based on that, but like if you see her being rated like extremely high on certain tier lists, that is the reason.
It most likely has to be the reason at that point. Yeah,
that is absolutely a reason. But I mean, still high MP damage, raid DPS. That's about like she's like a much weaker.
Yeah, she's just definitely a worse Melt. I think she should stay in B. I think I can see a full tier between them, honestly. I just think Melt just does everything she does, but just definitely way better.
Yeah, people are just using her as a Kingprotea, basically. Like it's just nothing more, which is.
And I even have a 120 copy of her. Like I have like a Giga copy. I use her a lot, but I don't think she's amazing by any means.
She has a challenge quest gimmick as well with the passive, which is kind of like unfortunate because like nobody uses her for for
Yeah, she's mostly used in
for
farming. I do use her in
yeah.
bosses because I brute force my favorites, but
Oh, yeah, for
most people
sure.
would use her in
Yeah.
farming instead.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate because the character feels like she was designed for more.
Mm.
I'm curious because it's come up on these lists. How many 120s do we all have from these lists?
Like unique servants combined? I don't even know.
Yeah, because I think I have 7. I think I have
from
7 of
this
these
one?
units 120.
Oh, from
I mean,
these
counting
two
the
lists
new-
alone,
that.
like these two? Okay.
Let me see
Yeah.
that.
Okay, guess we can count everyone real fast. Let's do it. Okay, there's just the 4 stars. Count them if you see them. Oh, here's the new ones too at the bottom, by the way. You can count them as well. All right, and then let's see.
Okay, I got 2 of the 4 stars at 120.
I have 1 4-star and 6 of the 5 stars.
I mean,
I have 4 of the
I'm-
5 stars, soon to be 5 probably.
That's
who's
so
the new
funny.
one? Other than
Oh yeah, it's
Olga.
Olga and Shiki.
I have a total of 2,
Ol-
and they're both 4 stars.
More coverage though.
You don't have any of the 5 stars 120 out of this whole list?
I don't think so.
Well,
I have
Wow.
Olga, Draco, Mash. I think. Oh, and both.
No,
Kiara.
I
actually
invested
fucked
more
both
stuff.
wait, do we
on
all
that.
have uniques as well? Is that actually how it works? That's
Yeah,
funny.
so
Wait,
mine
surely
is-
someone else has Dubai than me.
No, mine is Space
No, I don't
Arash.
have-
Oh, really? I thought
Kazuradrop.
Dubai would be on someone else too.
Melt, original BB Summer,
Ah.
Hibiki Chikagi, Hakuno.
Yeah,
So,
for me
yeah,
it's Dubai, it's Jinako, Super Bunyan, and Rasputin. and then I have
that's why I
Douman
went
and
down.
Okita Alter at 100, and Draco, and well, no Tiamat, and they might go to
Yeah,
120 at some point too.
I have Draco. I have Draco,
Autos-
Mash Olga, and then 2 Kiaras. Yeah. I
Look,
mean,
look, most of like
Mm.
I'd say the majority of my my 120s are 4 stars. So like the majority of what we
Mm.
have here are 5 stars. So
I mean, considering how tiny the 4-star list is, you still having 2 on this side is still impressive. I want to say because this is the tiniest 4-star
that's
list. It's not even
probably-
close.
does anyone else have 2 120s on the 4-star list?
Like on any 4 stars to this
No.
one.
I know Rio has Hakuno.
Hakuno, by the way,
I have nothing
very
here.
I
Yeah.
have 2. If you count Mash.
No,
True,
Mash,
it does.
No, when
yeah,
we
the
count her
math
on
does
this
count.
side, we assume you're good at this one. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean,
No,
No,
other
sometimes
than
you
that,
use
You
the
don't-
120.
I guess you
free
could.
match
Yeah,
to
I guess you
balance
could
this.
count her maybe.
Question: does Plushie use the 120 free match though?
For backline,
Like,
yes. I actually use the free one more.
So her stats do literally nothing there.
Her stats do nothing.
But they're
now.
still there.
Her
Fair
stats
enough.
do nothing.
Okay,
All right, that was a
we'll
fun little
count it as
tidbit, I guess.
2/3 of one.
By the way, sorry about one more disclaimer. Like
Mm.
in between when we're not having a conversation, I'm gonna try to like see if the connection's fixed because it doesn't show.
Oh yeah,
very
yeah,
well
yeah.
here.
Go ahead.
So like if I pop in, pop out,
Yeah,
it's
it's fun.
just I can always pop back in. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
But yeah, that was super fun. I think I'm just gonna keep her in B plus. She's fine, but lagging behind some of her peers. Okay. Is it Rasputin or is it?
No, it's the Satan of FGO, Archetype Earth.
Okay. That makes sense. All right, let's talk about Arcueid. I'm finishing her out 100% tomorrow. Good timing, I guess. She was placed into A+. And I think some people were mad last year we didn't place her into EX. And honestly, with this year, I can even see EX even less of a conversation, personally. I don't know about you guys. But I don't think she's bad.
It's not like she got worse.
I just think there's more enticing stuff now. Especially one
Yeah,
new 5-star edition. It's
Yeah,
interesting,
maybe. Like she's still good. I
Oh
don't have
yeah.
any
Still very
problem
good,
with
yeah.
her.
Of course.
I like to make fun of her for being Tsukihime slop, but like it's fine. It just annoys certain people is to make fun of Arcueid.
I do like her a lot more now that I'm finishing
I
her
like
out
her
as
third
well.
ascension the best.
Which one is that? Oh, it's
Unrelated.
that's the
Just thought
worst
I'd
one.
mention. Once again, I apparently have I'm the only person who says these. I'm like, oh, I like Ciel third ascension. I like Summer.
It's too fancy for
Summer
too
Jean's third
too
ascension.
crazy.
Everyone's like, you're a crazy person. We're gonna throw you in jail. Like,
I feel like you're exaggerating a little there, but
I like 1 and 2 because
Look.
there's stuff you actually kind of see in the visual.
What's wrong with being a little extra? What's wrong with Takeuchi being a little extra sometimes? Like, I like it.
I mean, it could be a lot worse. I'll say that. Yeah.
Who we talking about?
Arcueid Ascensions.
Arcueid.
Well,
What
yeah.
ascension?
What ascension do I like? Second, probably.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I'm second as well.
Second or first? I actually don't.
Yeah,
first.
both are good.
I low key like the MP animation of first, but like Arcueid, man. I mean, Solomon just makes her look bad. I mean, not always, but
Yeah, I
it's
guess
just,
he should be on the conversation too, not just the loser we're gonna talk about later, but yeah. Solomon.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
mean, low key, he's a bigger problem because
Mhm.
MP based.
Like the
like
huge battery, Buster AoE
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one, the MP damage isn't great. It's like it's more so like card damage it carries. Like this one is just like, I mean, yeah, chaotic. At MP5, chaotic she still does a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's the pay to win power mod with this one. So
yeah,
like,
she does
like
30
against chaotic, she is
ability.
still extremely strong.
But that's about it though. I really don't think you bring her against anything that isn't chaotic, and you have to have her at like probably MP3 plus to feel it. So it's just, I don't know, and like the I used to praise her like 30 charge for the other two members, which I still do. It's still really good. It's not like it got worse, but at the same time, it is restricted. You can't use it off the bat, which I actually do dock points for. You have to use it after your first MP. Which at that point, there are other servants that, also give you a bunch of charge if they get to MP, right? I just think compared to Phantasmoon, who occupies a less competitive, because single targets generally have worse like party support and charge stuff, and also, I don't know, she just feels a little.
I think Phantasmoon just works better. You can tell she was made
she
afterwards.
feels a bit underpowered. Yeah. I don't know if I should move her back to A.
No, I wouldn't do A. I would keep her in A+, just because her chaotic potential is so good and that's good coverage anyway. I would still keep her here.
I'm considering A. I'm going to be completely honest with it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about others?
Look.
I'm not opposed.
Like others.
Oh wow.
Because here's the thing. I just don't see it. Like she is so much carried by that one thing, which is like fine, but like even that one thing is also like, if you have her at MP1, she's not actually particularly good against chaotic. You know what I mean? Because it's just a normal anti-trait. She's just as good as against chaotic as Karen. Actually worse than Karen, right? Like, you only feel that when she's at like MP3, which is I think 175%, or above. Or obviously MP5 is 200%. You feel like, wow, she deletes chaotic, but like it's conditional, twofold. You got to have her at high.
I do like the Lohi-ish battery that she's got going on though as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. But it's a way worse class. She's not Berserker.
I don't know. It feels
and
kind of
her party buff's bad.
Because she has to NP for it to work. So like it's really restrictive in that regard. Like if you're using her for wave 1, that's fine. But like if you're using her for wave 1, the chaotic does not. The anti chaotic does nothing. So I don't know. And then also in that case, like the defense down, like she doesn't really offer like much damage for the team unless unless you use the first skill. I guess like you could use it on turn 1 or 2 if you're using her for 3 or 2.
If any, I think the main problem would be, do I like her next to them in A though?
I mean,
I think
will.
I think she can go down.
I mean, I'm moving. Look, F Joe spoilers. I would move Hibiki Chikagi down.
Okay, maybe with that we could maybe have a topic. I don't know.
Hold on.
Yes.
Someone
Yes.
someone took offense to that.
Look, I understand, but like Taikobo battery, big 26, bro. Get out of here.
Okay,
Wow. I
but,
mean,
like,
there you go. Yeah.
I still use them.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
you
still
have a
use
120.
Koyan and she's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. For
use
now, I will
Ushigos into
actually.
loop form. It's like, okay.
I will move
I mean,
Arcueid to A for now, and then we'll see. We'll see. Not
I mean,
finalized
I'm not
yet.
gonna pressure
Might
you.
be,
Yeah,
but
not
okay.
finalized
There you
yet,
go.
chat.
There you go. We'll start with it. Okay.
You got to get that engagement though with this.
Yeah, they say all
the
engagement is good
spicier
engagement,
takes are
right?
better.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So next is it's Rasputin, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. My man, another one of my 120s after Bedshed. Unfortunately, not an amazing servant, but I love this guy. He's the best. He's Mr. Priest. He's so cool. They did buff. This buff was new last year. Sadly, it wasn't a buff I would have given him, but you know, I guess it gives him another way to deal some kind of damage. I just wish he generated more stars for that, because the crits are kind of hard to enable on arts without him also generating any stars. Unfortunately. But the MP damage is still cool on the guts thingy. I think they could definitely easily still buff him more. Yeah. Like he and then the RNG just feels bad on the guy. I still hate the RNG. Like sometimes you're living the life and sometimes you're just like, well, there it goes, you know? So it is what it is.
Yeah. They could have buffed it to 90%.
Or just make okay. Am I going crazy? Would solos be too busted if it's 100? Would it be too busted?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like
Okay, maybe I'm just coping then. Rasputin's remove the guts RNG. Would it be too busted? I guess it would.
I mean, you could guarantee more turns than.
Well, here's the problem: is it can't.
No.
Then there's
It's
that one
not too-
quest where you can soft lock yourself.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah, because of the werewolf fight. Yeah.
Well, then just change the werewolf fight. They literally changed a bunch of advancement quests because of Sojiro. Because Sojiro has ignored damage cut, which is the first ever in the game, and a bunch of the gimmicks used to be this thing has like 1 billion damage cut, so you have to do the gimmick because nobody can get past it. And then because Sojiro came out, they literally patched it out. Just patch it out. I think changing his RNG to not have RNG guts to not have RNG is not too broken. I don't think so. Like, oh, I would never die in 3 turns. He still dies to buff removal, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not unkillable. I think it's actually fine. It's actually fine. I don't think.
Yeah, because it's
think
3
so.
turns. I think it's fine, honestly, but it is what it is. But yeah, also I forgot to mention he was placed in flat B as well. Like I don't think farming wise his numbers are not very impressive either. So he's mainly just used for bosses because otherwise you won't get used out of his guts either. The taunt guts combo. Like if you have a crazy copy like I do, you can do farming with him. Mostly multi-core. Single core is not very pretty, but multi-core can work because again with evil allies you can still offer them some battery, some arts. It's a thing. So you know it's something. And then he's kind of self-sufficient to some degree. But again, the damage just won't be that high unless you're hitting anti-trait. Oh, he's mostly bosses. Some multi-core, but not impressive. I'd either keep him in B or would be consider B+, but yeah, that would be the highest. As is.
Moving him up wouldn't hurt me, but that depends on what you guys think.
Either or.
I like taunt.
I think it's fine as it is, but like
whatever.
Yeah, he's kind of a whatever character. It kind of unfortunate because like I feel like they could have done more with him. Like, and they didn't even like they could have.
He's surprisingly tame considering it's a character that a lot of people like.
Well, I mean, look what they did to Muramasa. That guy sucks.
I guess, yeah. And they're both like disciples.
Being a Fate Stay Night character doesn't mean
no. Being a disciple is bad, apparently.
Man.
Oh wait, no, Douman is a disciple as well. I guess he was the first one to be released.
Yeah,
and
but he got deranked here, so.
True. Disciples, not stonks. Oof.
Ooh.
You hate to see it. But I guess Moriarty counts, and he's now the best. Okay.
And Moriarty's
I don't
good.
know. Like I feel like most of the time when you use the 3-turn taunt, like regardless of like you just live long enough like to get full 3 turns out of it.
Oh,
I just
you
don't feel like
definitely
it's that
do.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I'm
repeated
saying.
casts,
I feel like they
maybe-
could just eliminate the RNG because most of the time you get the 3 turns anyway. Like who cares if he's going to be low HP at the end of the day anyway, even if it's guaranteed.
Yeah,
you know?
but they buffed it so that it can stack with non-probabilistic guts.
Yeah, but he would always
So
be
now
low
you
HP
can-
anyway, and then you would have to sacrifice a lot of other resources if we're going to keep stacking guts on him instead of like buffing his damage because it's not high to begin with. So I think it would be fine personally, but eh.
Yes, he could get a buff, but like.
Well, another buff at this point, yeah, because the first buff didn't really change too much. The crit was a weird choice. I don't know. Okay. I'll just keep him in B. It's fine. Okay. There you go. So, Tiamat time and then Draco? Is that what it is?
It's Tia time.
Yes, Tiamat, and then Draco, and then Hibiki Chikagi.
Okay, cool. So Tiamat, she was placed into A+. Big AoE buster mommy. I mean, she's easy to work with. She has a little bit of multi-core potential because she's so self-sufficient with her batteries. Obviously, single core is okay too if you have an invested copy. Can totally work. I have a, level 90 MP5 that I've used until Bond 5. Worst thing about her, MP, don't play with audio on. The MP audio is terrible. It's so bad.
Her NP, it sounds like
It's an
I don't
alarm
know if it was
clock.
a doorbell or a microwave going off or something. But
It's an
like,
alarm clock
Every
is what
time I
it
use
is.
it, like it annoys me to no end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is that sound they put there?
It's so weird. Like, I'm not even bothered by the loud laws. It's just the freaking alarm clock, dude. Yeah. Anyway, yeah,
He
Tiamat.
sounds like Cagliostro looks. You know what? That's
Imagine
the
if they
best
combine the two.
comparison.
That would be the destroyer of worlds.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, if you want a single core, it is viable because her numbers are pretty good for that. Definitely on the better side of a lot of these buster ones. It's a weird comp though, because you have to like place your supports in a different order, but it still works.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I don't like about it is I understand she's strong, but I don't like the Oberon up front feel. She's good. Like it's.
I mean, with new plug,
never
you don't
be-
have to do it anymore. But
It doesn't
yeah.
like
with
seeing
new plug
a
you don't
man
have to
when he
anymore?
starts
Oh,
to
I actually haven't used her
I'm
after
pretty
new
sure-
plug because I finished bonding her. I was done with her.
I forgot. I'm not.
They haven't
100%
listed
on that.
new
Don't quote me on
plug
that.
comps here, but it could be that they
You
just
know
haven't
who is
covered her again
100%
yet.
hurt?
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I mean, frontline Oberon's not that big a deal. Like you're missing 50. Like it's 50% Buster versus 30% MP damage.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's actually not that big a difference. Sometimes it might actually be better, but
She's like one of the few bust units here that doesn't have any like Omi on here or waiver or anything like that.
Yeah,
Does she just not
it
play
could
well
be
with
they
Omi?
haven't just recalculated her stuff. I'm thinking that might be the case.
Yeah,
Probably just not
she's unusual.
unusual.
Like her thing is unusual with the way her like charge and skills work. So like I actually without like sitting down and probably like thinking through, I can't like in my mind conceptualize how Omi is gonna interact there.
Yeah,
with,
because
like-
her skill 3s, you can use it back to back, basically.
Yeah, like that's the fun part about her as well. She can allocate her damage between wave 2 and 3 differently, depending. Like the battery can be irrelevant, and you can just use it for the MP damage instead. So you can like stack more on 3 or use a bit more damage on 2. So she's one of those kind of rare farmers where she can allocate her damage a bit easier without having to just use everything based on the needs of batteries. It's not a huge difference, obviously, but for wave 3 it can make a nicer difference because of obviously Oberon's third skill, so more MP damage the merrier because you can double stack it there. It was interesting.
Yeah.
I would probably keep her at A+, even if she's kind of a boring, quote-unquote boring servant. Just works.
Yeah, her damage, like her Buster Ram's also the funny number.
Oh yeah,
Like
the
not funny,
MP.
weird number.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
a
know why
really
it's
good
higher.
one. It's 30% on base for 3 turns.
Yeah, but yeah, she's. I mean, look, with these like OP Buster AoEs coming out, definitely you sometimes feel like, oh, yeah, she's not as nuts anymore. But I think like I do think she's like I know this is not comparable. I do think she's like weaker, mildly weaker than Typhon. So I think A+ is fine.
What did we place Typhon? I already
Oh yeah,
forgot.
Typhon is
Did we place
better,
it in
like,
EX?
as far as like opposing.
I think we put her in EX. Yeah.
It was A plus or EX. I forgot which one, but yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
I guess
They're
for
not
DPSing,
that
Typhon I
different,
think
but-
feels better as well because she has the full Buster and the Tiamat doesn't. I feel like Tiamat should have been triple Buster, but she's not.
Yeah, in hindsight.
Typhon also has like
definitely.
ignore invincible and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
the
like,
utility is cool.
yeah, by the way, I was like typing out numbers trying to run it, and I actually don't think like with the way things run, I think you can do double Vich Omi, but you can't do Vich Oberon Omi. I think you end up short because double Vich Omi with a pen 5 lets you double cast. But it's also weird because like you don't like press your skill 3 as much. You would only be able to press it like twice like instead because like it's much less a factor there because you end up overcapping. It's weird. Like I'm just like,
okay, so maybe the list is up to
date.
date then, I don't know. Yeah. Also, for so anyone in chat wondering why the overcharge says activates second, that doesn't mean it activates after damage. It's just very important because the actual first effect is her cleansing her debuffs. That's why they want to reiterate that this happens before she buffs herself. So if you have like buff blocks, you don't have to worry about it. So this is still before damage, so don't worry about it saying activate second. It's just the best skill order of operations. There you go.
Yep.
Anyway, I'd probably just keep her an A+. She's solid, very solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot to say.
She's just been like the same ever since launch. Just very solid. There you go.
Yeah.
No buffs, no
the other
nothing, just
beast.
solid. Yeah. All right, first beast time. We're gonna talk about Draco. She was placed into A+ right next to Tiamat. First of our 3 beasts for topic today. Yeah, 3. Wow, bigger number.
So Plushie, how do you feel about Draco? In the big 20.
I guess it tends to be a thing that opinions changed a lot over the years.
Without talking about her design or appearance, that's
Ooh, recent Twitter.
certainly caused a bunch of.
I completely missed whatever this is about, by the way.
You know, it's Twitter shit.
Okay, maybe that's
Yeah,
maybe
it was
that's
also
maybe it's better that I
getting
don't know,
bullied by
honestly.
weird people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
But yeah,
I'm
gameplay
just gonna
wise.
send you an image that kind of like somehow solidifies exactly what happened. It's just somehow
All right, fair enough.
enough comments. To
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
I quote retweeted one tweet, bro. Anyways, but yeah, I think she's fine. Like the class is still strong. I still firmly believe this is the strongest beast class in terms of just the class.
Really? Not the new one?
Isn't she like full neutral unless against foreigner? I mean, she's ruler defensively, but who cares about defensively? I barely remember that part. I mean, look, I criticized this a lot back before with the extra class thing. Yes, she gets absolutely fucked by extra classes.
Yeah.
But I still think like compared to mostly neutral, this is there's 2 angles to look at it, right?
She's
you either have a servant that sorry. You want to go
she
first?
has. You go ahead.
No, okay. So no, I'm just saying. I'll wrap it up quickly. I'm just saying. You know, you either have multiple servants, where like with someone like her, she can like deal with half the classes very very well, and then you can have somebody else deal with the other half of the classes, right? It's kind of like Solomon, being a pretender and all that. And I think nowadays with so many like you don't necessarily need a one solve all option. I mean, obviously you have Castoria, but whatever. So I actually came to appreciate the class like more over the years. I do think this is what makes her unique.
I've
This is
always
what
thought it
makes-
was honestly good. Like I never really like.
Yeah.
I understand that she's unusable against extras, but the thing is, you have more of these classes. Well, arguably more, but like the appearance rate is so much higher, even on like servant side compared to extra classes, that I think it's an insane upside still overall. Like I've never really
Yeah,
thought of
but
the extra classes being that bad of a thing.
Yeah,
So
I
here-
definitely.
And the
agree.
overlap
So
hardly
here's
ever
the-
happens with those
man.
classes in battles anyway.
Yeah.
So here's how I look at it. How much time did we spend saying Melt was shit because she can't be used against half of the main classes?
I guess that's
Yeah,
kind of
we-
ironic, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like main classes are way more common than extra classes, and like you know, like she has damage bonus against like all of those as opposed to half of them, and then Melt doesn't
Mm.
even have bonus damage against most of the extra
Mm.
classes. So
Yeah, so she
I
just
think
has
it's
more
just called
coverage in
Alter Ego to
general.
Beast is Alter Ego is you're good against 3, neutral to like 5, bad against 3. Draco's is you're good against 7.
And it's and her
bad
upside is
against,
even better than the Alter Ego. Remember, because Alter Ego still takes neutral from cavalry anyway, defensively. She has both
Yeah.
ways anyway, and it's still more classes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
yeah.
Draco's
It's way
class is
better.
good. Like
it's amazing
it's-
even.
It has like it has a downside, yeah, but like in
Mm.
exchange you have like really good like against certain things. It's just that specialization thing, like it's like you can be kind of okay at one thing, or you can be or kind of okay at a lot of things, or you can be really good at one thing.
Mm.
And like I think it's better to be just like an absolute like easy nuke for this. I think the biggest thing that hurts Draco is just that Castoria. Summer Castoria exists and released like 3 months later. Like
Yeah,
that's the
it's always the
only
age-old
problem.
debate between those, and I feel like most
it-
people agree that Summer Castoria is the more universal and better one.
I mean,
Yeah.
she has a couple of glaring weaknesses. Obviously, no direct battery, and it's funny because I feel
Mhm.
like I went completely 180 with my criticisms and praises because I actually don't like her deck. Right, like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's some merit for a triple buster deck for an servant. I actually do not like her deck anymore. I think this is I think this is pretty poorly matched because especially nowadays we have good card damage for all card types. Essentially, you don't really need to lean on doing good card damage just with Buster. So this deck really sucks. Honestly, a lot of times you can't get the game cards to spam her MP, even though she's just a little bit off, and no direct battery also sucks. So
Yeah.
I do
I kinda
think
agree,
at this
yeah.
point, at this point, these are her biggest weaknesses. I think the other things I used to bring up, I don't see them as that big of an issue anymore.
Well,
like, honestly,
One thing that I think kind of helps Draco though, and that's kind of funny, is Omi helps. I think would help Draco's situation a lot because Omi buffs Buster, and you just get
And
more
also you
charge
just-
per turn. So like,
Yeah.
what is that at that point? Like 60% charge a turn or something?
Pretty chill.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
50% per turn, isn't it? And then you also refund on your NP because she has high.
No,
hit
she has
points.
for 3 turns she has 30% from her own because she has 2 separate ones, right?
Yeah, she has two
Oh,
separate
Yeah.
ones.
There's a
Yeah,
shorter
no,
one that's 3
it's
turns,
50
10% or whatever.
It's
yeah, there's a 5-turn
It's-
one. There's a
Yeah.
yes,
This is a
10%,
50 one, yeah.
and then
Yeah, the
and then
10% one is the
20.
3-turn. No, it's the
Okay,
5-turn
yeah, so
one,
that
and the
is-
20% is the 3-turn one. Yeah.
So it
yeah,
is
and it's
50%
technically
a turn
conditional.
regenerating.
She needs the
Yeah, you
grail
gotta use-
status
yeah.
for it to trigger. Yeah, but it's just
Like, you
just
have
gotta
it there.
use it. Yeah.
And she also has
So-
Dwagon damage.
Yeah, she should be really nice with her, honestly.
I still think pretty solid. Like she just basically auto wins against night classes just because of the class.
Assuming they're servants, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's me.
and like it, defensively it also helps a lot. So
Mhm.
I appreciate her a lot. I think she stays an A+, honestly.
I would keep her there
despite
too.
the problems.
I like that all of this just for us to say, yeah, she stays. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
well,
It's
I
cool.
mean-
It's good to elaborate though, so it's still not meaningless.
because I feel like people are like, oh no, Draco fell off. No, Draco never fell off.
Nah,
You know, you just fell for the Castoria hype, man. You got to free yourself from the Takeuchi mind control.
Yeah, embrace Wadarko.
True,
embrace
best
Wadarko.
artist.
She is the best fate artist. Look, if anyone,
True.
if Takeuchi ever retires, just replace Takeuchi with Wadarko as the main fate artist.
Yeah.
I don't know how old Wadarko is, and I don't know what to do when she retires, but like,
I don't think she's that old as far as I know, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that was Draco. Let's it's Hibiki and Chikagi next, right? Yes. Should be, yes. Okay. So they were placed into flat A. Now we already kind of just briefly mentioned them earlier.
Okay,
they do have the Taikobo battery, which was also discussed. They do have the,
well, it's more than the Taikobo battery. They also give a bunch of other party buffs. Look, I know low he happened. The worst thing to happen to this unit is low he. It's like, come on.
I feel like they're more DPS oriented than Lohi, though, and Lohi is more farm oriented.
Yeah, she has like defensive buff removal on MP.
Yeah, it's nice before damage.
Defense,
and they have anti-chaotic.
Yeah.
Honestly, pretty solid.
It's
just
side.
Outside of trade, it's kind of whatever damage.
Yeah, like again, she's solid. It's just that you know, they're good servants.
Hey,
they're better servants.
You know, there is some good comparisons to be drawn between them and Kiara.
Yeah, they have the
honestly
same battery.
Kinda, yeah.
No,
Kiara has a better battery. Yeah, she has 70 for self. Kiara has a better battery.
Ignore all of the defensive things, except Kiara technically actually has a better.
Okay, but I believe Hibiki Chikagi's damage is better than Kiara's, and also doesn't have a one target arts down. Like, they instead have like actual like buffs.
She has a party anti-good, and she can even help the party a little bit. And she has a full buff purge on skill. I don't know. I really don't think they're actually that much better than Kiara, or even better at all. Like I know Kiara's damage sucks. That's always been her thing. But like,
well, here's the thing:
she has so much
multicore.
Like,
in multicore, I use them as an AOE in multicore because they got its party quick, buster, NP generation rate, and then like they're the worst.
You
thing
know who also has
to
party MP generation rate? Kiara, no.
No, it's just for herself.
I think it's herself.
I think it's also only one turn. But
you know who else does?
I don't know,
you know who
like,
else does party quick buster and MP generation?
It's
Lohi.
That's what I mean. Like the worst thing to happen, Hibiki Chikagi is Lohi. See, here's the thing that happened is Lohi came out and I rolled, Hibiki Chikagi came out and I'm like, I'm gonna 120 them, and I rolled 6 copies, and then Lohi came out and I'm like,
it's the same year too. That's rough.
And then I 120 Lohi first, and I'm like, I don't need to 120 Hibiki Chikagi because I'm like, no, don't be that way. Don't give in to the
you gotta commit at that point.
Issues like I committed already, and so then I 120 them. So anyway, I have 120 Lohi and Hibiki Chikagi.
Honestly, funnily enough, they probably work okay together anyway.
They do work together. Like, okay, I'm not saying that I'm a psychopath, but I have in fact.
That's a good way to start a sentence.
And Hibiki Chikagi together at the same time. I believe one team I was running was actually Lohi, Hibiki Chikagi, and Tonalika.
Yeah, look,
it's like I'm gonna dump charge on this team.
Look, that's all cool and all. But like, again,
that's all cool and all. But
wait, why? I just realized, why is the crit damage on the Buster thing so low? It goes only up to 30%.
Yeah, and they have 2 Buster cards.
Why is this so weak?
So it's like
the defense down, that's fine. Everything else is fine. Why is the 10% crit damage from using Buster cards 3 times? Really?
Unless you're resetting cards.
Why is that so low?
Crit. That's really funny.
That should be like 30 each.
Their thing isn't really crit. Like they're not really.
Yeah, but it's such a weird effect to include then because it's so gimped. Huh.
I mean, it's probably just to be parody.
Like compare this to Melt's
defense
thingy.
Down. Well, Melt's is an entire is their only gimmick. This sets Waterfield. This gives you defense down on the quick. This gives party NP damage. Like it's not like Look, I'm just trying to go to bat because I feel like you guys don't appreciate this unit, but I do.
No,
I
that's
don't think they're
fine.
bad
Like
by any means, honestly.
everything you said is correct, but what part makes it better than Kiara? Kiara probably works better with Tonalico because she has overcharge for the party. Like I just don't
shit.
see it.
Ooh,
I just
the
don't see. I
Tonalico
really don't
argument.
see. It's like the same thing. It's like it's an alter ego with party 20 charge that nobody cares about. That's they're green and red. Kiara's blue. Same character. It's not the
And
Made
same
the
blue,
character. That's
rainbow.
as we all
the,
know, is
the,
bad.
that's a hyperbole.
I could
But
quite
like
see them on the same tier as Kiara, honestly.
they're so similar. After Kiara's
That's
buff,
it.
they're
Move
so
Kiara
similar.
up.
No,
They're so similar. Like Kiara's sacrificing damage for utility, right? Like she's sacrificing damage for overcharge for the party, for buff removal. You know, on
And
the
honestly, and
AoE
especially
defense.
now that Arcueid came down, I think I'll put them here on B+.
Yeah,
you guys are so mean to me. Every character I like, you guys not.
You
I assume
fucking
he's just
two-
joking.
You got so
You
many
know-
EX tiers. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, Rio, this is how I felt on the writer tier list. I remember someone at the very end was like, dude, you're eating too good, and it's like basically all of my all of my Grailed servants moved down half a tier, at least half a tier.
Well, my Bond 14 Hibiki Chikagi takes umbrage with this, and I will remember this.
Fair enough.
By
is
the way,
he-
I have him
wait.
like 120 2K foes with all.
is it
all cards
Speresh
full
next,
bod.
by the way?
Yeah, the next one is Space Ereshkigal.
Already.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
All
My
right.
other 120.
Yeah, speaking of which, Speresh next on this chopping block. She was placed into EX. No real
Careful,
surprises there.
Don't scroll too far down.
Wait, in which one?
In the Beast one.
Oh, yeah,
Hi.
Spawn.
Oh yeah, because it shows spoiler character. Whatever. Everyone already knows this. Who cares?
Okay. We'll just not pay attention to
I
any
don't
of
know
that.
about
Okay,
that.
it's fine. Let's talk about Speresh. Okay. So, yeah, she's pretty loaded, huh? Yeah. You can tell she's a fan favorite character and an anniversary servant because, yeah, they did not hold back when they designed this character. And I might be repeating myself later today as well for similar reasons, but yeah, she's got her funny little affection gauge thingy. Makes it pretty completely useless when you borrow her, but when you have your own copy, she can do a lot of things. Yeah, there's a lot of effects. A crazy amount of effects, even.
Her class thing's kind of the inverse of Draco, where it's 1.5 against the extra classes, except Avenger, because for some reason all beasts are weak against Avengers. I don't like.
Oh yeah, that is. I guess that
weird
is
thing.
true. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
they
plot
all
point.
do. Yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah, they like. But then she does neutral to every other class instead of half damage, but she takes neutral from everything, so she doesn't have any. Or she takes neutral from them as well, and takes half damage from the extra classes except for Avenger. So it's kind of like the inverse Draco, which is like a remixed version in a weird way.
Yeah.
I think it's good. Like whenever a 90++ comes up with the extra class, she's always useful to take. And even then, she's actually pretty good neutral. The only time you run into a problem farming with her is if a 90++ uses berserkers, the HP is always higher, right? And the only class she's bad into is the one every other unit in the game is good into.
But that's honestly,
That's
if anything, that's a
berserkers.
good scenario because it's so easy to cover against berserkers, right? I feel like it's totally,
Yeah,
it's a really good case, if anything.
It hasn't ever been an issue for me, but it is funny. Like there was one time I'm like, it was like a 400k berserker on wave 2, and I was like just falling short, and I'm like, man, it's the neutral damage doing it to me. Yeah, no, I think I still think she's like really good because like
I feel like really good is almost an understatement, but
once you get to rank 7, like rank 7 is where you get the ignore invuln and ignore defense, and that's really easy to get by turn 2 at the latest. If you cheese things, you can get it turn 1, but like that's hard. That requires water field and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, she came out at a time when people were extremely sour with arts loopers. I think at this point people are so tired of arts loopers that even though she has probably like the most broken kit we've seen up until that point, um, people were just like, at least for me, I don't see her being received very warmly. Obviously, outside of Eresh fans, I mean, in terms of gameplay wise.
Well, the problem with her not being received warmly was she also released at the same time as the horrible append change that lasted all of 5
Oh,
days.
that soured everyone
Yeah,
really badly.
And then
Yeah.
people rolled like
Some
NP8 of her.
moron rolled
Yeah,
8
that
copies
definitely
of
was a
still.
bad
I don't know who
timing.
that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also, well, at least you get universal coins out of it, right?
Which
yeah,
have no
she,
use because he's already wailing for everything he likes.
yeah, she, and also like her big self cooldown reduction definitely feels like they're pushing for a Pen 5.
Surely that
Like
that never happened again after that.
Yeah, I mean,
Stay tuned for
yeah.
later.
So I think she's still really, really strong. I don't see a reason to pull her down.
Yeah, I think she's just
But
so
I
overtuned. I don't think she's like the end all be all, but she's so crazy overtuned that I would feel so bad if she wasn't an EX. Like, I can't see it happening.
I really think
If they
Space
keep
Eresh is
printing
like,
these servants like a few more, then yeah, sure, A plus. But like, she's so overtuned.
I really think Space Eresh is like when I started to feel like, wow, okay, so you know, this game, like the power level of servants have eclipsed the difficulty of this game by so much that it doesn't really matter anymore. You know, like
Pretty much.
because people are saying like, oh, you know, Spacer Ash is, oh, it's mid. Her looping damage isn't better than Ibuki, right? Like, because it's always neutral, whatever. I'm like, dude, this is like actually legit one of the dumbest things I've read in this game in terms of what she does. And obviously we got Logris later, but whatever. But like it isn't even like crazy exciting on a gameplay aspect, and that's when I realized, you know, wow, it actually doesn't matter anymore because this game you can just play however you want because things are too easy.
Also, I really do think
Servants are too
the
strong.
comments comparing her to Ibuki are kind of funny because I remember one day going there and I'm like, I'm gonna like actually test all these. And like, depending on like,
okay, you're
traits and-
comparing
'cause, like,
Wave 3, no? Aren't you comparing Wave 3? Yeah, Wave 3 they all match, but like the first two waves she gets like bodied. That's the problem.
No,
That's
like
always been
she doesn't get bodied on wave 2 and 3, on wave 1 and 2. Ibuki does
not
do more on wave 1 and 2, yes. But Space Rush, it isn't like terrible on wave 1 and 2.
Well, yeah, obviously.
And
not
like, honestly, I feel
terrible.
like everyone who is still farming her, they're all gonna get a crazy copy anyway, so they're not gonna care about it.
Yeah, and the nice thing is I do think that Space Rush plays very well into being the supportive AOE that gives you know attack and charge to the party, but also thanks to having a 70% battery, you kind of just go off on her own and do stuff and nuke a wave. Like I don't know, I
There's
don't
a lot
really
of
have
overcharge nowadays as well. It's so easy to get it at 10. Like you run 2 Tiamat.
Even this 1 year alone between this year and last year's TLs, we gotten so many overcharge things. It's crazy.
Yeah,
we're gonna be talking about one of them later today as well. Still, but like, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's so many overcharge boosters in this game that, like, in a challenge quest, if
and
you
viable
take
ones
3
too.
turns, you're capping at 10. And if you're at 10, obviously the MP's broken, right? It's Invo Pierce, ignore defense, 50 stars, whatever.
At 10,
it always does like
single target scaling as an AOE.
Yeah, at 10, it's like Arcueid against chaotic, but against everything. That's kind of dumb. Just saying.
I think I'm just gonna keep her I think it's pretty. I'm not moving her anywhere. Yeah, okay, there you go. Sparish.
We just have to make sure we explain it because someone's gonna like, no, you don't understand.
But there you go. So it's Summer next, right? But what's the order of all these?
It's Ciel.
Okay, she's next.
Ciel, then Dubai, then Tlaloc.
Okay, cool. All right, so next up, supper time, we're going to talk about Ciel. She was placed in 2, right next to Sparish at EX. Was it Leo earlier who was saying You think she's a bit overrated now or whatever, but
No, Ciel fell off because.
Oh, that's what you said.
Well,
Yeah,
it's just
she
because
fell.
somebody took her
Because you
gimmick.
just use
Yeah.
Olga for the card thing. That
I
doesn't actually
guess,
make
yeah.
Ciel worse at like actually DPS. As
I mean,
far as like
yeah.
as far as like the DPS,
You mean
she's
the
just as
Ishtar
strong as
buff or
ever.
what?
No, just
No, we mean like like for the card swap gimmick of like having someone up front and swapping them out. You know, Olga,
okay.
you just take
Yeah,
Olga
yeah,
instead.
okay.
But
I mean,
so like that's the only like thing that she lost. Like as far as like actually that was I was mostly joking about like her losing her thing because like all everyone who rolled her isn't going to use her anymore because of that because like that's all they use her for. They don't actually DPS with her. The thing is, if you actually DPS with her, she is kind of stupid still. Like it's so dumb. Like how like that second skill is so incredibly stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's so incredibly stupid.
I mean, the thing with this is just like, for farming, an AoE servant that has the ability to do good single target damage is gonna be more valuable than a single target servant that has more abilities to do even more single target damage, right? Like in a farming aspect, because it's just not as flexible. But still, she's busted. No, like nothing really changed. We got like card damage support and all that. And obviously she's very good in challenge quests. She has pseudo invulnerability, full heal, and deals with
Good
buff
utility
removal
as
on her
well.
own. Yeah, very good. Not much to say. How about you, Otto? You got anything?
Not really. I don't care for the servant, but it's whatever.
I like her third ascension best. Fight me.
Which one was that one? Oh, that one.
It's kind of
it's better than Arcueid's third. I'll say that much. Yeah, I still prefer the first two.
Blue mash.
True.
This is blue mash.
That one looks more Mashu than any other Ciel does. I agree. In the third ascension, the expressions match so much more. But yeah, honestly, I don't have. I'm not a Ciel expert here. I don't really have much about to say. I would probably just keep her in EX and move on. There you go.
Yeah, no, she's fine.
Yeah.
Not much to say.
Cool.
I like her.
All right. So you said next up is Dubai?
Yes, Dubai.
Okay, let's change this. BB Dubai, the best of the BBs for last. Wow, no bias.
Did we overrate BB Dubai last year?
I'm not sure, but she was placed into EX anyway. And I mean, maybe it was me also a bit pushing it because I have a perfect copy. She's my only perfect servant on JP. I use her like everything and ever. Like she's my Jinako in JP. She will annihilate everything I put her into, whether it's especially if it's bosses, but even farming I just do with her as well because I have such a crazy copy. But outside of a crazy copy, I do think she offers a good amount of stuff. And for the main thing is the flexibility. Being able to lock down enemies, being able to have a full-on support MP, that's also a good one. Being able to do meaningful damage with your MP despite being neutral because of your own anti-trait that you apply. Assuming you can debuff the enemy. Like, there's a lot to like here. She's very easy to use, very party-friendly. Just, overall, just very solid servant. But, I mean, I'm still not sure with myself whether or not I should place her in EX or A+. That I still don't know, honestly. Even now, a year later.
I think nowadays I wouldn't put in EX.
Yeah, I could probably see that.
Unfortunately, a lot of times in this game, you want to focus on probably one thing. Obviously, if you do your one thing really well, then branch out, sure. But the whole like her support MP being an install effect, quote unquote.
I guess the support MP got a bit less good after Summer Tiamat.
Yeah, after we got a lot of other supports that have similar stuff. She feels like this is really weird to say. She feels like a more thought like a better design or like not better design, but she feels like a stronger version of Prelati.
I do think she's better than Prelati, yeah.
Yeah, Prelati's a newer servant, but and they have permanent transformation, but so Prelati's is just more convenient to use, but in terms of power level, they really are she really just feels like a stronger version of Prelati.
It really depends on like who your other favorite units are. If you have like, because I use BB Dubai quite a bit, but I'm pairing her with Hakuno, right? to do things. And like that works well because she has things for Moon Cancer or Living Human, right? So if the unit if you really are into like someone who meets her qualifications, like she's really good, and you're still going to use her a lot.
Oh yeah, at that point you can totally use her as a support. Yeah.
Yeah, so all the Moon Cancers can, hold their
And Living
hands and do
Human
no
trait.
damage because they're Moon Cancer.
Yeah, and the Living Human, which actually Living Human is a pretty good.
It's not a tiny list. It's not massive. It's not tiny either, and there's definitely some good servants in here. Yeah. Granted, you want them to be DPS ideally, so the supports are kind of whatever. But
yeah, like I still use her, but like I don't think that.
Nah, it's not EX.
And like
it's just not.
And
EX.
she's like a really good DPS on her own, but like because she can trigger that anti trait on her own.
Yeah,
but it is just one time.
Oh, that's only in farming. Like it's 3.
Yeah, in challenge quest it stays there.
In challenge quest is 3 turns. Yeah, but like in farming, it's the final wave. Though I do use her in multi-core sometimes, but yeah, no, like I think A+ is fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, honestly.
I don't know, man. Like, who else does what she does other than like Prolati, I guess? But
no, nobody.
But yeah, but also, I think that it's like it's not like that power
also the
level
value of what she does is limited or niche.
So yeah, like, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, it's overlapping. It just overlaps with other characters that can do a similar thing. Her original version is a stronger alter ego Kiara, I guess, right? 70 battery, party 20,
I mean,
full buff removal, arts AoE.
Her second skill
like
effectively makes it a berserker NP, though, and it also scales with overcharge. And then
like, and you don't take damage. Like it's really strong. I do think that's the strongest part about her kit. Her second skill, it mitigates damage for an entire turn because 100% attack down. It's really strong, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think she would be like a high A+. It's like it's so close.
Yeah, but I don't want EX to be that blow because it's just I don't know. I think with the power level nowadays. I guess last time the comparison was between her and Space Eresh, right? I think Space Eresh just
not sure if we compared them. Despite being AoE art, they're not that similar, honestly.
They have the same battery, It's I guess that's why, yeah. And then they can deal with defensive. But like I think Space Eresh is more like concentrated in one aspect. She kind of like she can still support.
Like once she hits her gauge, you're just good to go forever.
Yeah, so I think high A+. I don't think she's as refined as Ereshkigal.
Right. So next up, did we cover all the 4-star? Oh wait, no. Next up is
Tlaloc. Throwing out a warning for you guys. You just gave this person a little hat at the top.
Oh.
So if you don't change the exit,
I guess. I mean, there's probably gonna be some changes still. But yeah, next up, back to 4 stars.
I don't think I even mentioned anything last week other than that there was no.
Yeah, I think you kind of behaved last week with that. Yeah.
He behaved like he's misbehaved when he brings.
I don't want it to sound too toxic, but that was the word that popped into my head. Yeah.
Like no bad.
Anyway, let's talk about Tlaloc. So we covered her other version. Was it last week actually already? So it's back-to-back week. She was placed into C+, not very high. Even though she's like a fairly modern servant, in fact, very modern, I feel like she was the weakest part of her own summer event. I mean, it's also because a lot of the servants from that event, some of them you just saw, were very overtuned as well. So, but at the same time, I feel like she is kind of weird. I don't know.
I hate the 3rd skill. It's just the worst thing.
Oh yeah, because you also like she's like forced into certain ascensions and whatnot too. It's just.
I dislike that, but like if she's in that ascension, I don't entirely hate it. I feel like there's times like if you're going to be using Koyan Light as your main support, then in that case it could be a little awkward because because of like how the cooldown reduction works and like how the skill order works, but it does a lot for herself because it means that her second skill has crazy uptime. In my opinion, this is one of the best, if not the best, like haunting support types of servants. Now I know people
I
do
guess
not
she's
like
she's very
that
similar to
archetype.
Jinako, I just realized. In that. Huh.
I mean,
Got the party
Janako's, like,
20 party
got-
20 attack as well. Taunt. Moon cancer.
yeah, but like she's more.
Mm.
I feel like she has more of an offensive focus.
Oh
than
yeah,
some
yeah.
sort of
Offense is more,
lawful
but there's many
damage.
similarities though.
But like she's able to live those 3 turns very easily because she has the 1 turn evade as well as the 50% defense buff, and then on top of that, due to the low cooldown, like you can also cast it again, and then like you can easily get a bunch of turns of coverage on her. Like yeah, and then she just has
Look, Otto,
a
the
bunch
best
of.
I can do is to let her fill the empty slot of B.
I could probably see her moving up, honestly.
I'm good.
I'm
I
fine with-
honestly like her better than Passionlip.
I do as well.
she's
Now
better
that I
than
look at
Passionlip,
this
that's
again,
what I mean.
I
But,
do,
like,
yeah.
I honestly
when
like
you're-
her.
Here we go. Like it's the same thing as that last time, where it's like, I'm talking her up, Rio's talking her down, and then we're
No,
like,
I'm actually not talking her
same
down.
one.
This whole time I was thinking, I'm like, now that we don't have the 5 stars in here kind of clouding things, you know, she can sit in B because she's better than
literally
Passionlip
is
for
that.
sure.
Because I think last year we moved a lot of things down because we moved like 1 or 2 things down.
Probably.
And I think that's actually where we settled on it before, where we said B, and then
was it on the movement at the end we
Passionlip.
changed it?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
But it's
I do. It is, that first ascension is cringe, but if you use it gameplay wise, she's not bad. Honestly, I don't think she's bad.
Yeah. Honestly, in Challenge Quest, she's not all half bad. Like, I mean, it sucks that she does neutral damage, but she has Pierce Invuln. She has ramping damage. She has double ramping damage because of her second skill, and so she's constantly got like at least 50% NP damage up. She's cool.
Okay, but
she's like one of the more creative servants, and I really like that.
Second Ascension is so nice looking, but you can't use it because her stupid third skill.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate.
That's my counterpoint to her.
I don't know what they were thinking with the Forced Ascension.
That's my only complaint with this character.
It really is such a stupid thing.
I really hate that. Like, I hate it when they like lock a skill behind an Ascension.
And it's not even like, it's like, you get 2% more arts. You literally miss out on -1 cooldowns. Like, I'm not even caring. The crit is cool, but -1 cooldowns is insane to lock behind an Ascension. It's insane.
I kind of have the same issue with BB Dubai because you can't use the animal characteristic CE with her unless she's in her third ascension, and I dislike her third ascension.
Yeah, I'm an Ascension 1 Andy on BB.
I like her third ascension the most. So,
yeah, he likes gold.
Look,
gold
golden BB is great.
Fair enough.
It's weird. It's big in a strange way.
You're weird. And you're
big in a strange it's getting personal. Like, you know, we're related to the list.
Hold on, not on the podcast, sir. This isn't a podcast, but you know.
Well, honestly, for a lot of people, apparently these are podcasts. So close enough.
It's basically basically an extension of this podcast.
True. It's a modified podcast. But is next up the last old 4-star? Is it
It's Hakuno.
Yeah, okay, it's Hakuno. Okay. So let's cover Hakuno next. They were placed into B+, I believe. Yeah.
I think that's too low.
You've reconsidered now?
Well, I probably was arguing last year higher. I still think that their second skill is like one of the best skills because their first skill and their second skill combined, allow easy manipulation. It is so like, okay, 1 arts card practically refunds them, like, and then a quick card gives them an evade for a turn, and you can do it, 2 times, in a row, and then their busters ramp up crit 20% per buster card for 3 turns, no matter what. So you can just pick and choose, like It's such a good skill. What was it, Komachi or something?
Hey, it's more than Hibiki and Chikagi as well. It's double.
Like, it's so good, and they ignore invincibility. They don't ignore evade. But like, look, and then they have the pickable anti trait between Sky, Earth, and Man. Like, look, I understand people might not think they're Like I think as far as like the 4-stars go, they're definitely they definitely should be like A+.
A plus.
Hold on.
A plus. Do you even
Plus-
use? Yeah. Do you even use this character?
Not anymore. I just like look.
I mean, he has
I use
Olga.
her for card shuffling.
He has
And
Okay,
that's
but like,
it.
have you ever actually like
Flame?
tried like doing like a fight with them? They're so good. At
I
doing
did.
fights.
I did.
Is their
because
damage really
I
that
had
high
to,
on mostly neutral with welfare's numbers?
No, because I had to do the Earth Olga free to play only comp. I actually used both Hakunos, I believe. In that comp. So I get what you mean. The infinite recycling evade is actually pretty good in a clutch situation. But it's just like
Also, in the grand fight, they do one shot like the AOE fight, because they can guarantee
for
double
farming,
buster.
yes. Well, yeah, but sure. I mean,
I think they
I
could
mean,
probably move to
I-
A, but I think A plus is a
Look,
bit
like
too high.
in a 4-star list, they're better
Okay,
than
okay,
Taisui.
wait.
Like, what are we at, just 4 stars
Hold on. Your argument is in Grand Raid EX1, she one-shots because she gets 2 buster cards.
Yeah,
And she gets the buster
is
brave.
high investment.
That doesn't...
they are
Dude,
bad.
my Liz of the End one-shots if she gets 1 red card. MPB. She's dead.
It
Doesn't mean
well,
anything.
this is the Earth. This is the I mean, it's probably 1 buster card as well on
Hakuno?
Hakuno. Yeah, but you can
So it's
guarantee the
just the same
buster.
thing.
Look,
I
the point is like
believe
in the comparison to 4-stars, is she better than Taisui? I think so.
I think they could be on the same tier. I wouldn't say better though, necessarily.
I put Taisui down, honestly.
Oh,
You just swap them. I just don't see it. Actually, OG Mash. Fuck, who's using OG Mash, bro?
I mean, she works. Our argument for us bumping her up was that she's very usable with like
cost.
0 cost, and she's super usable with all the big supports. You can always slot her in. I'm not saying she's always going to be amazing, but you can do it, and you can put her at any party. Like it's just kind of invaluable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Hakuno is A+. Like I feel like for most people, she's not like she can do. They can do a little bit of DPSing. But like at the end of the day, people are gonna use them for the card shuffle thing, and that's it. And their MP damage isn't great.
So I guess we should decide like them and Taisui.
I think A. I think A. No, I think A. I think
for both.
I just yeah. I
think I could be. I think that's what I would do as well betwing these two. Let's just.
I don't think she's A+. I'm sorry.
Yeah, A+. I think it's too high.
They're so useful, but man, their skills are so good.
They can't get class advantage though. That's another.
I think
problem,
the damage
probably.
is just not. I don't see it being high enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, still moved up though, for what it's worth. Okay. So do we still have? I guess. Wait, is Paladin next? When was she released? Or did we miss the timing already? I forgot.
No.
It's the next. It's the next one, right?
It's Kazuradrop.
Oh, it's Kazura,
No.
and then her.
Paladin isn't till was.
Oh, it's the next. It has to be the one after Kazura because then it's only new servants afterwards.
Yeah. It's Kazura.
Okay, so next is okay. So Kazuradrop is next. Almost done with the older servant. Let's see. She was placed into, you guessed it, EX tier. There are some people in chat, or maybe just one guy, I don't know. When we were doing the intro, it was like, why is Kazuradrop so high? But, I mean, have you seen these debuffs?
Another year passes and people still don't understand how good Kazuradrop really is.
Yeah, I think a lot of people also don't understand that she buffs gains with crits, not just damage.
Yeah,
like, it's a big
like
difference maker.
With the prevalence of like card base. I think during one of the raids,
like she's still the only servant that makes crits gain more. No one else does that still to this day. There's been a lot. They added several. We will even see later more crit damage amplification, but no gains like her.
Yeah, she's for some reason they kept her gimmick unique. She still has it. Well, she has 2 gimmicks and they're still unique.
Mhm.
To tell you, to give you like the most like what chat wants to know or hear, if you want a support servant, and you're deciding between Dubai or Kazuradrop, you always go for Kazuradrop.
Also, I
That's
want to
my
ask a question. Has her relevance changed after Summer Tiamat?
No. You
uh
just use her with Summer Tiamat. That's the thing.
it's
But what?
it depends, because like
Mhm.
the thing with Kazuradrop has always been she's fast. You don't need to like MP or anything. She's
I
really
guess that's
quick.
always the anti-Tiamat argument, yeah.
And also when you are doing card damage, she's like essentially 50% defense down and then 50% color up and 100 for quick, right?
Mhm.
So I remember one of the raids when I was using Olga card only. I wasn't using her MP because it takes 2 years. When I was using card only, Khazra ended up being the highest damage booster over like Buster supports like Merlin, right? It's more damage than double Merlin, for example, if you do like Merlin Khazra, because you get the big defense down. So
Mm.
I actually think a lot of her relevance shifted to maybe farming or like quick clears instead of like if you're bringing like a quick servant, you're trying to just get through some fight for a while. I think I mean I don't know about using her as DPS. Rio knows a lot more about that, but I think like for like normal challenge quest clears, yeah, you don't necessarily have to bring her, but that you don't have to bring her to begin with. Like if you're going for a slower comp, you don't necessarily want to bring her, but um, you know, and even a challenge quest she can still stun.
Look,
She has a guaranteed
I'll
stun
say
on her
this.
MP. It's actually really good crowd control, so it's not bad. I don't know.
In the most
Is
recent
it
challenge
guaranteed?
quest, she didn't. I
With
think she was.
her debuff success up, I think it's guaranteed. Is it not?
I
Oh
don't
no
think
no
it
no
Yes,
is.
it
no
is
no! It's
guaranteed
not
because it's
guaranteed.
130%.
Is it?
No
Unless
no
they
the
have like really high debuff
the
resistance.
debuff is guaranteed, not the stun. But the stun is high
Oh, the
chance.
sun's not guaranteed.
Yeah
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
The
that's
stun
what I
is
meant.
not
Yeah, I was
guaranteed.
talking about the sun.
Yeah
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but the stun is like it's decent crowd control if you want. Well,
Mm.
slight
It's a bit
RNG.
RNG, but
Anyway,
yeah, it can help, I guess.
It's not hard to like do. I will say though, like in the most recent challenge quest, Kazuradrop was the only one who like didn't need the damage C like as far as alter egos. Sure, it was against two
yeah,
knight
but she's
classes.
not a fucking alter
that's not fair
ego
though.
because she's
Mhm.
not an alter ego. You
Yeah,
just turn
kinda
in. You're
cheating.
even half class advantage. You just turn in a lancer. Like
This is all due
she
to her internal homophobia. All right.
is it's literally better than like a full neutral. It's easier for her than full neutral because she's
Yeah,
class
look,
advantage.
Kazuradrop's best part about being an alter ego is not being an alter ego.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
pretty
can class
much, yeah.
change. It's a really cool gimmick. I honestly really like it. I was surprised that they ever put it in the game, but
Here's the thing: like her DPS, her like as a DPS, you mentioned like her cards are bananas. Pair her with Summer Tiamat, and like it's just the dumbest thing. Like her Tiamat and Flora, you run that front line, and it actually just kind of like destroys everything. Like it's kind of crazy. Look, yeah. Also, she has a 50 to 100% battery. Also, I was doing like look, here's the other thing. If you want to pick a unit that can do farming really well with no supports, just get a friend with Kazuradrop, have your own Kazuradrop, and then just clear everything. Double Kazuradrop can like do 90 plus pretty easily. Look,
Yeah,
I
not
just like
bad.
Kazuradrop.
It's not bad.
I actually use her as Logos now as the cooldown.
It's not bad. I wouldn't use that as the main selling point.
That's not a selling point,
Yeah.
but it is possible. I don't know if this list even includes double cause right in like
It did on the
because that's like
details. It did. It's the top comp actually.
it does.
Yeah.
Oh, double Okita. Yeah, double Okita. What is that wave 1 damage? Why is that so?
I don't know. It's a good question.
That seems very unusual.
It's weird because in here it looks fine in the bigger one, even though it's the K drop.
Not same class. Oh, that when are you in that situation? Because if you're not changing class, you're alter ego, which you're staying alter ego.
Well, I guess they just wanted to do the calcs like the same as always. But I guess
no,
it's a bit
no,
weird.
because because the class change is the 50% defense down, so you're maximizing wave 3 damage. You're not doing it on 1.
But with double drop, you usually have the defense down again on wave 3. You should have it. I don't know. It's weird. But this also is using Scotty and double Kazra swap Scotty. Oh yeah, I don't even.
Yeah, it is swap Scotty
like this.
It is swap Scotty.
Yeah, I use cooldown instead to double cast the defense down.
Yeah, with no swap.
Yeah,
right?
with no swap. Yeah, there's a lot of different comps you can run. And they obviously can't capture it all here because there's too many.
All right, so the hot question: do we still keep her EX?
Still?
Yeah, I probably. I mean, the debuffs are they're so huge.
Yeah. I personally would. And another thing is like, now that a lot of supports are out, we are a lot of times considering like how much overlap they have in terms of roles with other characters, and she's definitely one of the ones that have like less overlap.
I guess because she's so debuff heavy.
Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah, I think she could still stay. I wouldn't say she's like among the highest in the EX, but she can probably still stay there.
I do wish they would take what they do with her and apply it to others. The regenerating debuff.
Well, I think honestly, is this a hot take? I think the one of the new servants we're going to talk about, I think does it even better. I love the new direction with the news or one of the new servants we're going to talk about when it comes to debuff application. I like that even the best. But I mean, this is still good. This is still very good too. Oh yeah. But yeah, I'll keep her in EX.
Now it's Smash.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. So for the last new servant, I believe, back to the Kohai, Paladin Mashu. She was placed into EX. Oh yeah, she was up there. Does not have the 0 cost anymore when you use this variant, of course, but certainly a very cool servant to have for free, much like Solomon. Like, talk about, there's been so many amazing freebies in the past year or two. Like, it's crazy. So much. And we're going to talk about one later as well. Shocker. Yeah, Paladin Mashu is a very interesting case. She's a bit tricky to use sometimes, but she can be very, very strong, though. That's for sure.
The crazy thing is, like, because of her support NP into the damage NP, like, you can pretty much, like, it's strong enough defense-wise because it's a 2k damage cut. And then, it's a 30% defense. You can pretty much just, like, the 2-turn downtime of having a defensive MP, you can kind of just, like, tank through it and not really take damage. Fire off your DPS MP and then come back to the support one and put it back up, right?
Yeah.
The flow of how it goes through is actually like extremely smooth. Like I don't really run into issues when I use her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and she has like one of the most broken passives in the game. Right? She doesn't die. Because you can infinitely cycle the solemn defense or whatever, anti-purge. I don't know.
Yeah, because she has a self-damage cut by 1,000, and then the limits damage to 1,000 for everyone else.
Yeah.
For 5
she
hits.
has one of the best defensive passives in the game.
One of the best. That like I don't know anything else that like limits.
Oh, it is
I guess
it is the best defensive passive in the game. Yeah,
I would. There is one that is. We already covered it earlier. I think the Kiara one is really strong too. It's 16% damage against 16% defense against 99% of servants, which is pretty good for free permanent. But I mean, this is still it's pretty crazy.
Well, yeah, this is they can't die.
And then you have the Kukulkan passive, I guess, for converting. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but like it's still just absurd. Her MP, like defensive MP, like most people obviously are going to focus on the transformation aspect, but the MP itself, it's still like debuff immunity for the party. It's still defense up. It's still a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So
To attack up
it's
3
just-
turns.
Yeah,
I'll-
she's just nuts. I don't really think there's a debate here. Like even
Also
among
that
the EXs,
weird-
she's one of the strongest ones.
That weird
in my opinion.
anti-extra class aptitude for her append 3 is actually like super useful now.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, she just hits.
Being the
extra
only
class,
one that
bro.
has extra
I don't
class
know.
here.
Yeah, like again, even amongst EXs, she's like high EX. I would say even amongst the EXs, she's
Yep.
one of the best.
I would think like as far as like DPS goes, because obviously, you know, in like farming, you know, you kind of have to play around that. But it's like as far as like a DPS
In
doing
bosses.
damage, I think she's the strongest one on the list.
Yeah, it's funny because again, normally when you have like a DPS that it has both tank / support and DPS application, they're like lacking in all of them. But she's not really. She just does it all, you know. Like,
Yeah, well, like
she can just
it's
protect,
already
then she can
used
do good
sometimes.
DPS and everything.
is the main
Yeah.
character, or main like character, you know, for the game.
I mean,
So it's
she's
kinda
the
fitting
main
that when they-
character for part 1, if we're honest.
Oh yeah, the main character for part 2. I mean, look, she got the paladin
part
form
one.
in part 2. You can't discredit that, right? Like, come on.
Yeah.
But
Look,
yeah,
and you
I-
go through all
I-
that
I
stuff
know
with the
what you mean.
Ortinax, and then she has like the Lost Belt 6, you know, is in there, and then. you
Oh
know,
yeah, true. Lost Belt 6, right? Yeah, I mean,
like she Mash has a lot of like moments, you know, going through. I think it, you know, one shouldn't discredit that.
Yeah, but like the bulk of her character development was like in chapter 1. I know, like towards the end, like on the later parts of part 2, there was more focus on her, but like
it's almost like they suddenly
No, but
remembered.
what I meant is
who
that
she
she's not the
is.
main character, but she's like the main like. She's like the
she's the deutero
the
antagonist.
the
Or
main
not-
sidekick,
wait,
like
is it the
your
deutero antagonist or is
She's
it-
the partner.
the main heroine. Yeah.
Drugs?
No,
but yeah, I don't know. It's
Okay, yeah, I think
If they're gonna give her
consensus. Yeah,
Paladin
she's the
form a
easily
swimsuit
EX. Yeah.
costume
Yes.
this year. They better give her
the
a
term
paladin
is
form a swimsuit
deutero
costume this year.
antagonist.
They would be cool
Like
because she hasn't had a
Deuteronomy.
swimsuit in a
We
while.
learned
So
something
yeah.
today, chat.
All right, so I think with that we have finished the discussions of all the servants that existed before, right? So now it's only new servants left.
Yes.
So next up, it's going to
Olga.
be. Oh, it's her, the first one, really? No. Okay,
Yikes.
wow, we're gonna start with a fun one then. All right, let's talk about Olga Marie. We're gonna do a full kit coverage here. We got the new beast on the block. Oh boy, the president has landed. Yeah, she's a bit well tuned as well, one could say. But let's do the full rundown here before we fully discuss her. So we got big buster AOE president, 10.8k attack. Attack obviously doesn't scream too much, but I wouldn't be too worried about it. It could be higher, obviously, but, you know, her kit is pretty overtuned, so, yeah. She's double buster, double arts, gains cards on base. They're fine. Nothing crazy, but they're fine. But yeah, let's get to the real meat of the things. We have a lot to read through because she has 2 sets of skills depending on your ascension. So first skill on a 7-turn cooldown, first line, -2 cooldowns. You know it's gonna be fun when that's the first thing you read on her skills. So much like Speresh, she also has access to that. Great, meaning her uptime is pretty damn good. She gets 30% MP damage for 3 turns. She gets her own cards on the field guaranteed. It's like one of those, you know, that she just presses the button and you get her cards, which also is a deck reset. It starts a new cycle. She gets 50 stars on use, guaranteed crits. All enemies get MP Cell for 1 turn, and all enemies get minus 50% healing for 3 turns. So that's the Ascension 1 and 2 version of the skill. So I'm going to go through both of them always like once. So now we see the other version, Ascension 3. Same cooldown minus, but hey, party gets 20% attack now for 3 turns, 20% crit for 3 turns. The same 50 stars, same MP Cell, same healing down. So it changes a bit. It's now more supporty compared to her being the solo DPS here. So pick your poison, I guess. Pretty loaded skill though, have to say, regardless of which one you pick. Especially the cooldown is the huge part, obviously, making all of her skills that much better. Now, second skill, less lines, but 7-turn cooldown. She gets 300% battery on the first 2 ascensions. Then she gets overcharged by 2 steps, 1 time 3 turns, and then does 1k party damage without killing as a demerit. And then if you use the other version, she gets 20% battery, and the full party, including her, gets 30%. So she's got the full spread 30, and then the party gets overcharged for 1 step, 1 time 3 turns. So it's like the Taikobo scale, but even better because you get the better split. She gets like, you know, the AOE is the 30 instead of the 20. Very lovely. Third skill, 7-turn cooldown, and this one is one of those that costs 100% MP gauge minimum, and whenever you use it, it does drain everything, because it drains always 300%, so it's not like the Liz one where, you know, it drains a flat amount. It's always, well, I guess it is a flat amount, but it's always going to bring you to 0 when you press this button, is what I'm getting at here. Now, what do you get if you use it instead of your MP? You get 50% 7 Knight class power mod for 1 turn. Herself, so she gets anti all the normal classes. 20% buster up for 3 turns. Party gets 30% buster up for 3 turns, including herself, so it's 50 for her. 100% party extra attack performance for 3 turns. 30% crit damage for the party for 3 turns. 50% MP gain, wow, for 3 turns for the full party. And then again, the party ignores invul for 3 turns. Pretty crazy support skill, not gonna lie. Obviously, you have to pay your gauge, but yeah, there it is. Now, if you use the 3rd ascension, you still have to pay the same cost, but then she gets anti-extra class power mod, 50% for 1 turn for herself. Party gets 30% buster 3 turns, extra attack, the same crit damage, the same MP gain, but then also party gets invul for 1 hit 3 turns and debuff immune for 3 turns. So it's more defensive now. Wow, that's a skill set. But yeah, we haven't even fully covered her yet, but that's a lot. Wow, okay. Passives, we got those 2. 10% arts up, cool, never hurts. 8% debuff success rate up, sure, not that big of a deal, but cool. Divinity for flat damage only this time is a bit unfortunate. This one does nothing. She's got this fun little passive. She's got permanent guts for 1 time against, specifically threat against humanity targets. So if they kill her, she comes back with 5k. You can stack this with other guts. And then she changes her extra attack to always be AoE, and she has the better version because I guess they learned with Alco. So it does AoE, but if there's only 1 enemy, it doesn't have the damage. Because normally the damage is halved on AoE extra, but again, against single target, she will do full damage, which is pretty cool. She has an on guts activation passive, so whenever any guts on her is activated, including the previous one, she gets 20% buster for 3 turns, 1 hit invul for 3 turns, which stacks with other invuls, which normally doesn't happen. She gets 10% gauge, and then gets, say, minus 1k max HP debuff for 3 turns as a demerit. You can cleanse that though. So there's passives, that's a lot. She's anti-pretender, which I believe, is it full neutral on her beast? I think it is, right? It's full neutral. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think it's both ways. Okay, so it's kind of whatever. Then the MP. Enemies get minus 20% Rainbow Shred for 1 turn before anything. Does damage to all enemies, which is also anti-man and star. Super effective on overcharge, base 150 to 200 range. So she double dips there, for more coverage, even if, you know, star might not be that common. The full party gets anywhere from 10 to 30% MP or attack up for 3 turns, depending on your MP level. Full party gets, including her, 10% refund. And then all allies that are either man or star attribute or living human trait doesn't stack. One of those, you get another 10%. And she happens to be, whichever ascension you choose, she's always going to be either man or star attribute. So she gets the full 20 regardless. Wow, that's a doozy. Oh my god, U-Olga Marie. Yeah, pretty, a lot of stuff on her kit, huh? Needless to say.
So before I say anything else, if you 120 this servant, right? If you fully invest in this character, here's the hot take of the day. She is the best servant in the game.
Honestly, valid.
If you 120 her.
Yeah.
Period. The best servant in the game, period. If you have her 120. Now,
yeah, she just does so much. She's like a really high, good for investment for sure, especially because the MP level scale with the attack buff too.
Yeah, and she's very card heavy, so like every bit of stat matters. That's why I said if you have her at like completely maxed out, she is just the best character in the game.
Yeah, you just really don't need any damage dealers besides her if you go for the Giga copy, obviously. Only in that case.
Yeah. Her third ascension is a decent support as well. Taking the place of she has the Tez battery, she has like overcharge support, she has 3-turn debuff immune. We still don't have that anywhere else. Really good. And obviously the first ascension's a high tier DPS also gives a party invul pierce. So like there's a lot of like there's so much to say about this character. But again, my take here is just she is so overwhelmingly powerful, but she needs your
investment
support. I guess, yeah.
She needs to win the election.
Yeah, you got to donate to her campaign. But if you do, best character in the game, just period, just so broken.
Yeah, I'd say
so
valid,
nuts.
honestly. Yeah. Pretty overtuned. Again, she even has the double dip on the super effective, even if star is not super common, but it's still like she covers 2 in her super effective, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, but obviously, I'm a sheep, so I have a 120 Olga like most people. I'm pretty sure there's probably more 120 Olgas than level 90 Olgas. It's crazy.
I have a base Olga, but I did it just for coverage.
that 1K stipend doing some work, bro.
How about you guys? How do you guys feel about
Well, okay, I'll be fully honest. Mine is a base copy. I never use her, but I like her, and I do think she is really overtuned and overpowered. So I still agree that I with your statement, even if I don't really use her myself.
The problem really is you need to put in bet like I think she.
I don't think it's a problem because I think even let's say you don't have a Giga copy, I think this is still a crazy value servant to have regardless. That you can use.
You can have
you
her
won't
third
get that much out of her like compared to the Giga copy, but you will still have a really good servant in your lineup that you'll be happy to have regardless. Like even then, I would still be considering like pretty instant EX, I'd say. But like you said, the potential is there for this servant to be absolutely off the charts, depending on how much you invest into her.
Yeah, she just gets so much out of investment, I should say. Because we have seen other servants that are similar. Like for example, like Bibi Dubai, right? She also has 2 forms. She has a more supportive form. I mean, not exactly the same thing, obviously, but she has a more supportive form. She has a more and she has a more DPS form. But like you just don't get as much out of her if you 120 her compared to Olga. It's simply just on a different level if you're willing to put in the investment. This character just scales so crazy with everything. But yeah, that's about all I feel. I don't know if I need to glaze her even more. It's just everybody knows, and even if she's here's the ironic part. Even if she's absolute garbage, I'm pretty sure everybody's like so many people are still gonna 120 her.
Anyways, I mean she's super popular, so yeah.
Yeah. So
you got anything to add, Otto? Do you?
I have her MP5. I don't like using her. I don't like her gameplay. Like I don't like how it works. I like. I don't find her stage 3
what a contrast
that useful to me, but that's just. I know like for a lot of people it's good. I just don't like using her. I've tried, and every time.
Yeah, if anything, her DPS stat is definitely way better than the support one. But the thing is, you still have the option at any given point to always use it if you want to.
And I just have better DPS because I didn't 120 her. Like
her first form is definitely the stronger one. I don't think there's a like you see people use like how people are using her. It's like 90% her first ascension, like or the DPS one instead of the support one.
So like I don't have a need to use her as a DPS, and her support is good, but like I usually don't need it. So like once again, I'm not saying she's not EX. I say I don't use her.
Yeah.
So
I mean I'm in the same boat really.
Yeah, this is a problem, right? Because of the need of investment, I guess. So she's not that broken. Like you can get like for example a level 90 Summer Castoria would get you a lot more mileage than Olga. But if both are at 120, it's starting
Yeah,
to
because
be
then you
like,
can
oh,
do
I don't
AoE,
know.
you can do signal
I don't know
target, you can do
anymore.
some supporting, you can do like yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with Olga. Is like, you know, she scales exponentially with stat investment, right? So that's the
But
problem.
yeah, was
I know
Ado
it's a
about to add
problem.
anything?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Well, she is a direct upgrade over Ciel for BBCL, which is annoying because we had like a year of calling it BBCL, and for it to go to B-Bolga or some bullshit like that is
Gay
B-Bolga.
Bolga.
Volgi?
B-Bolga's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
but she does work a lot better because of two particular reasons. So one, of course, she drops 50 stars. So if you're carding for the first wave, she's just better because CL doesn't make any stars. For two, she also gives the team like anti trait and Buster, and in these teams, you're usually using BB, so like that helps BB's damage if you want to use her for wave one. And then like oftentimes, like sometimes you'll do like some 30 AoE, so you're able to get BB to NP for that first wave very easily. So like I've done so much stuff with that comp because like for some reason a lot of my hypers just happen to have like a 50% battery and then ramping crit damage, like really good crit damage. Like for some reason that's pretty consistent with a lot of the rights of servants. So
I guess that's true. Yeah.
functions well for me.
Yeah,
So that's where I use her the most because mine's only NP1. So
See, she's
so she
definitely
does
an
pretty good
anniversary
damage.
servant.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing for
Well,
anniversary
where the
servants.
MP
And
level
10th
matters,
anniversary
yeah.
servant.
Where one, the MP level matters, and if you 120 them and have them MP5 and all that, they're so much better than the base unit. And that's kind of been true since
Arcueid,
Arcueid.
really,
Ever since
right?
Arcueid,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, so Arcueid, Tonally Go, Space Eresh, and
Olga Marie.
U-Olga. All of them at 120 are like the best. At MP1, I don't know what you do with them. Like the gap between a maxed out and a minimum on anniversary units is so much more than like any other
Well,
unit.
honestly, at least
why,
lucky for
like,
players, you get the biggest amount of quartz on anniversary. That's why a lot of people are more inclined to do them. Yeah.
It is pretty funny that like I mean you look at the first and second ascensions, then you look at the third ascension and you're like, oh yeah, the third one's like more supportive. I find myself valuing the support of the first one more because it's got, like,
honestly.
it's like the debuff immune, and then
No, debuff immune is third though.
Oh, is that
it
third?
is, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
but
the invuln
like all the other stuff, like the
see if
card swap.
If they put the invuln pierce and the debuff immune together, yeah,
so
she would
here's
have
the
used
thing.
a lot more.
I would have much more use if the third skills were switched, because then because I want the like I would prefer it that way. I'd have much better usage for that. Once again, yeah, that's what I mean. Like I have an MP5 copy because I got really lucky with the 1,000 Saint Quartz, and so like it's like so I've used her a little bit, but I just don't end up using her as much as as I thought I would. But like once again, she's an anniversary unit. If you 120 them, they're gonna.
Yeah, I think that's just a blanket statement, but yeah, I think we kind of glazed her already a lot. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so next up is Summer. Which is the order? Is it Shiki
it's Shiki.
So she's first.
I could have used a bunch of SQ and got her above NP2, but instead I used the 1000 SQ getting a single Passionlip.
That's rough.
I literally spent like over 1,100. I think at 1,200 I got a second Passionlip, which is so insane.
You will be sad to know that course lasted me until this year. Because I on JP, I mostly just go for MP once for content. It lasted me until this year.
I spent it all on Tiamat. Like it eventually.
Okay, yeah.
happens. It
I mean,
eventually
yeah.
comes
Because
up.
you have a main account, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, next tournament, Olga Marie is great. We got Summer Shiki, her 5-star version number 2. This time under Moon Cancer. So we got either AoE or single target arts. We got a changing MP here, so a bit more flexible like that. Attack at 10.3k. Doesn't really do her any instant huge favors, I want to say. Let me look at my notes as well. See how it fares. It's a bit under average, even among mood cancers, so that's a bit unfortunate. She's running a double arts, double quick deck, and her against cards, despite there being 4 of them, they're pretty good on base as is. So, and obviously she was released with Saber Tiamat, so this deck, is good with that as well. So good timing with her, I suppose, with her release. Alright, skills. First skill on a 5-turn cooldown. They changed her Mystic guys again. She now gets anti-special invul for 3 turns. So it goes through invul and special invul, but does not go through evasion. She gets 30% arts up for 3 turns, 200% instant kill success rate up for 3 turns, and 20 stars on use. So yeah, she can definitely do some instant kills depending on the enemy, because 200% is basically the max you can get from any single instance, I believe. So it's quite a bit. Not always going to be relevant, but, it's there, I guess, if you ever need it. It's an alright skill. Low cooldown, that's cool. Second skill, a 6-turn cooldown. So now you get to choose the MP. By default, she is the Sun version. That's the single target one. Let me double check. Yeah, she is the Sun version. But you can, with this skill, you can choose to be Moon instead. And if you choose Moon, you go AoE. But yeah, depending on what you click here, the effects will affect a little bit differently as well, not just the changing of the MP type. So if you go single target here, if you click it, you get debuff immune for 3 turns. If you go AoE, you get 100% buff removal resistance for 3 turns. Otherwise, you get the same 50% battery in both cases.
No, it's the opposite. If you're AoE, it's debuff immune. If it's single target, you're buff removal.
Oh, I read the removal part, not the granting part. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So single target, you get the buff removal resistance. AoE, you get the debuff immune. There you go. Good correction. But yeah, mostly similar, besides the MP type changing. Then the third skill, again, depends on which state you're at. So if you are AoE, I believe, you get 30% attack for yourself, 30% MP damage for yourself, 2 hits of invul for 3 turns, and overcharge by 2 steps 1 time 3 turns. So that's the AoE version. If you're single target, you get 30% attack for 3 turns, 50% crit damage for 3 turns, 3k heal, and -1 cooldowns. Both pretty juicy, I have to say, honestly. So there's a lot of good stuff in both sides. But yeah, it obviously depends on what you choose on the second skill. Or you can use it without using the second skill, and then you always get the Sun one, because that's the default one. If you want to mess around a bit, I guess. Pretty decent skill set, I want to say, for starters. Nothing too crazy, especially coming from Olga to this, but definitely not a bad skill set by any means. Now, passives, 20% debuff rest, cool to have, especially because I feel like she's more boss-oriented than farming, but I think you can make farming work too. 12% crit damage, nice, very cool, even if she's mostly MP spam focused. 4% star jed, okay bonus, I guess. This is a cool passive, 5 stars permanently, and then then she gets the sun thingy at the start, so that's why she defaults to single target. But whenever you are AoE, you get a 6% rainbow. It's like the old Saber Shiki passive, but it is only working under the Moon one here, the AoE version. She's anti-archer on her append, which at least is a common class, so her hitting neutral mostly, it's a decent case. And then the MP, it's the same effects-wise, the numbers are just reflected differently on the single target and AoE. So, does damage to one enemy, which is anti-sky attribute, super effective. It doesn't scale, it's just a base 150. But before damage, she does get 20% MP damage on base overcharge for 1 turn, scaling up to 40%, so it doesn't ramp up, but it has okay scaling in numbers. 60% chance to instant kill on the MP, on the enemy, on base, and then the full party, including herself, gets a 10% refund after using this MP. So on top of it refunding whatever it hits with, you also get this 10%. Your whole party. So there you go. There's Shiki. I'm still honestly not sure how I feel about her, because I haven't really used her much outside of the event. I did get her and fully cover her, but I do like that she's flexible with her MP, but how much do you usually need that is the question. But I guess for Shiki fans it's good though, because you can use her in like a lot of different things. But I feel like you don't really need that too much inside one battle though, right? You gotta just go with whichever the battle needs. You don't really usually change too much.
I have her on my other account is where I mostly use her.
Okay.
One funny thing is like if you're switching to AoE, you can pop the first skill, then pop the third skill to cooldown, reduce the first and third skill, and then change to AoE.
Oh, it's good uptime.
Faster.
Yeah.
You sacrifice NP damage, but you gain critical damage. So that's like better for like bosses and stuff like that, where you want like crit damage. So you can actually kind of like manipulate things. I do like that.
Yeah.
Like I use her on that account quite a bit actually for
numbers
farming.
actually
It's
pretty
just, like,
good
a
for
general-
farming. They're not terrible
as
by any
a
means.
general farmer there. Like I think she's pretty good. The problem is that she is the weakest of the summer SSRs.
I mean, it's
when
kind
she
of
comes out.
unfair because of the other two, especially the other one was insane. But yeah,
Yeah, so like that is the main problem is she's the weakest of the summer SSR compared to like Passionlip and
especially
Tiamat.
Voldemort too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't actually know. I assume you guys know. Does this passive work with Van Gogh? I assume it does because the icon.
No.
Oh, it
Existence outside the
doesn't.
domain false does not. It does not count. That's
Oh,
why
it's probably not that huge deal breaker, but okay, I wasn't
Can't
sure if
fool
it
her.
works.
No, because you just use her with Tiamat.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she's her deck is way Tiamat focused anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say she's like if you're a new player and you want like a all-in-one option, she's pretty good.
But at the same time, she is released right after Olga, who can be used for the same purpose.
Yeah, you're right.
She is the upgraded, more functional version of Summer Barghest.
Honestly, that's not a terrible comparison. Yeah, she makes more sense than Summer Barghest.
Which is like, I mean, yeah, it's
Summer
all
Barghest
right.
isn't bad. Like,
Yeah,
well, she's good. Like, what's the tier list look like? What's the list look like right now?
There you go. I would say definitely at least an A. I would never go below with A.
Well, A is probably the best fit.
Yeah, I mean, we moved some stuff down from EX as well, so maybe A is the place to be here.
I think
like she's good. Like, and if you want to invest in her, like I think she's quite good actually. Like, because being able to switch between single target and AOE, like having those units, like like Melusine and Ptolemy, and like Barghest and stuff, where you can kind of like take them to any fight, just depending on what it is really nice. And I think she's being the later one has like they kind of get better at like handling these form changes as time goes on. And like I think hers is like one of the better ones as far as like how it's handled.
Yeah.
Being an unremovable buff that just like changes.
So all I have to add, because like I don't have a lot of experience with this character, anti-purge is, don't be fooled by it. It kind of sucks in comparison. Because
Invul Pierce is better
common.
usually. Yeah.
Evasion is super common, and you're throwing away your ability to ignore evade in order to get something that doesn't really have effect a lot of the time. There's a lot of situations where sure hit is way better than anti-purge.
Watch it. Watch in the next story chapters.
Yeah,
anti-purge is going to be something else. It's going to be happening. It's going to have its time to shine. You're going to need your anti-purge defense pierce. Look, I understand like that.
It's a lot funnier to imagine that you just took severe offense.
Yeah, it did sound. The tone was pretty funny. Yeah, watch it, pal. You're treading on thin ice there.
Anti-purge defense.
Tread carefully, there, pal.
Like my own child.
I'm also going to interrupt you guys and announce that Plushie has discovered Counter-Strike 3. Apparently.
There you go.
Counter-Strike 2+1.
Oh, this is funny.
That's funny. No, I'm just looking to sell some stuff because they updated.
Damn.
Some
Just
stuff.
throwing
Damn,
money out.
how's the new game, bro?
It still runs like shit. I mean,
Yeah, I can't believe they made Source 3 just for this game.
True. I think A is pretty kind of a perfect fit for her there between these.
Yeah, like I think
Seems good.
I like her, but she's not like super powerhouse.
Yeah,
but,
and
like,
unfortunately, she was released with 2 other really good summer servants, SSRs.
Yeah,
And also after Olga Marie,
unfortunately,
who also can do both AoE and single target. So yeah.
Yeah, but good for
At
Chica. She
once.
also does have a pretty good Valentine scene.
I have not read that one
I will
actually.
say
Interesting.
it's pretty nice.
it's a
Alright.
Takeuchi character with multiple forms. They
No, yeah, I guess that
segment
says
stuff.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, now it's time for the character that's been mentioned every week for the past 4 months.
I want to say not every week, but a lot. Okay, so I never realized this. I never looked at her
Jeunesse
name.
Crane.
This is how it's spelled. I always said
One of-
Jeunesse Crane because it's Japanese, but I didn't know this is how it's spelled. Okay. So yeah, let's talk
There's a
about
lot of
from the
ways to
same
spell it.
summer event. We got a 4-star in Jeunesse Crane. She's ST arts, right? No, it's AoE. I forgot. Oh god.
Yeah,
AoE
that's
arts.
why she's so good at farming.
True. Alright. So full blue AoE alter ego in Jeunesse Crane or Young Crane, Lily, Miss Crane, whatever you want to call her. There you go. Alright, so attack at 9.8k puts her around average among her peers, but it's totally fine. She is full blue indeed, and her gains cards are not terrible considering she's all full blue. I mean, they're fine. They're not terrible. That's good. Right, skill set. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. A lot of supportive stuff, in fact. First going 6-turn cooldown, the full party gets 20% arts for 3 turns, 1-time debuff immune for 3 turns, 1-time dodge for 3 turns, and 30% crit resistance for 3 turns. So it's all full AoE. Pretty surprising from a 4-star, I have to say. Now, not always will you get like usage out of everything, but there's still nice buffs, especially for bosses. So surprisingly good skill, actually. Yeah. Second skill on a 6-turn cooldown, full party 20% gauge, lovely. 20% party MP damage as well for 3 turns. Party mental debuff success rate for 3 turns, this is a big one. And then by that combo, party 30% anti-mental debuff power mod for 3 turns. So this is why she's combo with a lot of charmers and whatnot too, to make them more consistent and also give them more damage. Very cool skill, I have to say. Gives her a cool spot in the game, alone from this. Third skill on a 6-turn cooldown, won't you know it, 60% chance to AoE charm. There you go, she can help herself too, of course. 30% gauge for herself, so she's got a full 50 when you combine the second and third. And then she gets 30% MP damage for 3 turns. So she's even got the Taiko bow battery, despite being a 4-star, which is kind of luxurious, but hey, good for her. Honestly, very solid skills for a 4-star.
It's better because you can split them.
True.
So,
yeah, true,
especially in single core looping, like you can split them up to being on wave 2 and wave 3 effectively. So,
yeah,
anyways,
that is
aside.
true. But yeah, good addition. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh my god. I just swallowed really badly. Okay.
Yeah, actually, Taikobo would be like a good bit better if his battery was split. So
Yeah.
it was 30 self and then 20 AoE.
True. But yeah, this is
Make
a
it more
very good
flexible.
skill set, especially in a 4-star. Lovely. Okay. Passives, we got party buff success rate up by 6.5%. That's a cute one too. Maybe not always useful, but I believe no one else has a passive like this, so hey, why not, I guess. 20% star gen increase for her. That's quite a lot, actually. But then I guess she has minus 5% crit resistance, which doesn't really
So
matter
she
because
can-
she... Yeah.
So an enemy can have 0% chance of critting you, and you have a 5% chance of getting crit.
Yeah, I guess
It's
that's how it
kinda
works.
funny.
But assuming you use the first skill, it kind
I'll
of
be
nullifies
honest,
it anyway.
I forgot about this though because of how little it applies. So
Yeah,
whatever.
it's kind of funny. Now, while she's on...
Stargen, I do notice. Like
Yeah,
20 stars.
20 is a lot. It's like, what is the highest rank of President's Code Ciel, man? Is it even higher than that? Or is
Yeah,
it
it's
close?
12%.
Wow. So
That's
despite
the
this being a
maximum you
fake
get.
D rank, it's still way higher. That's interesting.
Yep.
Okay. So while she's on the field, she gets, or all Midsummer Glow allies, including herself, get 500 healing per turn. So what Midsummer Glow is, they're all child servants or servants that are basically summer servants. That's it. So obviously she herself includes that too. And then all allies that have that get 3 stars per turn as well for 3 turns. So that can actually generate a good chunk depending on your lineup. Summer Tiamat, of course, very good. All allies that have it also gets 10% gain, including herself. So it's a very solid passive, especially for a 4-star, really. Even if you get the min value, which is for herself only, not bad by any means. Actually pretty solid. Good passives too. She's anti-caster, which is really good because she's an alter ego. So hey, she even has a very solid append as well. Basically as good as it gets. Then the MP, she removes all enemies' offensive buffs before damage, does a confusion on them for 3 turns with a 30% chance per turn to activate, skill sealing them for 1 turn, does damage to all enemies, does a minus 20% crit damage resistance down for 3 turns, except enemies that are Midsummer Glow, so I guess it doesn't work on child servants or summer servants. Not a huge deal, it's not like Kazuradrop, it's just a damaging boosting thing. And then before damage, she gets 3 turns of art sub on base overcharge, 10% scaling up to 30. So she can even ramp up, and it's before damage, which is lovely. I obviously covered her when she came out as well, but now that I went over her kit again, I think she looks really good, huh? I love she even has the charm, like besides the charm, like the charm support. There's way more supportive here than I initially remembered.
Also,
in my
I looked
opinion,
it up.
the other crane looks better, but you know.
Yeah, honestly.
I looked it up. There is no presence concealment EX in the game. It caps at A+, and that's 10.5%.
Wow, she's just Mog's assassins, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah, right. There's no EX rank. Right, I forgot.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Not yet.
True.
Okay,
wouldn't you wouldn't know about it though, right? Isn't that the joke?
Everyone just increases by 2.
Maybe there is an EX presence concealment servant, but we just don't know about it.
Can't see it.
Yeah, we just don't know.
There is an EX rank one, but we haven't.
Oh,
seen
fair
it.
enough. It's kind of funny to think as a joke though, but yeah.
Yeah. Like unironically, we haven't seen it, but like we've heard it. That's what I'll say.
Honestly, even her looping numbers are not terrible for a 4-star. Wow.
Now, here's the thing, though. She's also like, okay, you look at this and you're like, oh, wow, these numbers, they look pretty okay compared to the others. But you're going to get more than one copy because you're probably going to be rolling for Tiamat. Unless you get lucky and get Tiamat.
She's in Tiamat's banner, yeah.
She's in Tiamat's banner, so like you're going to get copies.
NP1 Tiamat, why stop there,
Yeah.
Look, you're going to get multiple copies of her. Honestly, she as far as the 4 stars, she should go in EX. Like she's just the best.
Easily.
She's just the best of these DPS.
Yeah, I didn't realize how good she was.
Like she does basically everything. Like if you're looking for someone that's like a good single core, she's a pretty solid single core. If you're looking for someone that has good multi-core, she's got team charge, she's got all sorts of damage buffs. She can even give people that anti-mental debuff with her 3rd skill. Then like if you're looking for sort of a generic support for a challenge quest, she's got that too. She gets her NP really easily, and then she can offensive buff remove. She can charm. She can give team evade and team debuff immune. And then like good offensive buffs to boot.
The MP boost crit damage as well.
And then like because her damage is pretty solid, she can be the main DPS as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like she just does so many things. It feels like it's great, bro.
Yeah, this
it's kind of funny that
really
she kind of comes out of nowhere. Like I don't think anyone expected them to do freaking Crane Lily or whatever.
Crane. Yeah, I mean, she's.
You got anything to add, Plushie?
I wish she wasn't younger, but like I'll take this.
Why?
I'll take
Ottawa hates younger people.
I mean, honestly, as
Oh,
I've gotten
hello?
older, yeah. In general, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Hello? Am I still
Yeah.
online?
Yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
we
Did you
can
get
hear
like
you.
a scare again?
Can you hear us?
Trying to connect
Oh.
to the Wi-Fi and get off my
Oh,
hotspot.
you're
There was a
you're
few
roboting
hiccups
a little
there, but it
bit.
was mostly audible.
God damn
They
it!
better
All right,
fix that
well,
shit by the time we're done here, because like, I know you're not gonna want to play hotspot Overwatch.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good. This is doable, but that doesn't sound doable. Anyway, Jeunesse Crane. We actually have an EX4 star. And honestly, probably not the only one, because we have one more Servant to talk about. And Servant, I think, is a very well-designed Servant, personally. We're going to talk about Flora next. Let's get it. Welfare as well, mind you. Did not mention that. But yeah, we have a new welfare support, and a very cool one at that. Full green as well, if you want to know the MP type. But yeah, attack at 9.3k. Doesn't really matter if it's below average because she's mostly for supporting anyway, so it's fine. She has full green deck, and her gains cards are actually good as well. Very nice. Not even gimped there. So yeah, looking good up here. First skill on a 6-turn cooldown. Targeted skill. One ally gets guts for 3 turns. Again, 3 turns, by the way. There's no times. 3k HP revive on that. 30% attack for 3 turns, and 30% battery. That's a nice one. Honestly, I'm happy they put both the battery and the attack to 30%, because with the welfare, they could have easily done like, 20 each or something, but 30 both, very nice. I like it. And the second skill on 6...
Also, you...
Yep.
It is 1 time 3 turn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they
messed up
stuff there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I had to... okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Guts for 3 turns, like, flat out would be busted.
Yeah. Yeah, have they not noticed it up until this point? She's been out for months. Interesting. Well, if anyone from the wiki is watching, fix.
Don't worry, I know a guy.
Okay.
He's
Good.
probably watching right now.
Yeah, shout out. Anyway, second skill on a 6-turn cooldown. Full party gets 20% quick for 3 turns, 30% crit damage for 3 turns. Quick crit damage, 100% for 3 turns. Spicy. And then the party gets this on attack buff for 3 turns. Whenever they use normal quick cards, not including MPs, they get 10% gauge bonus. Pretty cool. So it's like the Koyan thing, but quick instead. That's a lot of crit damage for quick, 130% just from one skill. Pretty crazy. With that, she can actually do some DPS herself too, which is the funny part. Very cool. Third skill on a 6-turn cooldown. This is the actual version of the skill, the buffed version, whatever you want to call it, the one you will have when you do everything in the event. So, party gets overcharge boost for 1 time. 1 step, 1 time, 3 turns. They get a 20% gauge, including herself. And then this regen buff for herself for 3 turns. So every turn she gives the party another 1 step, 1 time, 3 turn overcharge boost for 3 turns. And this lasts for 3 turns. So she can give you many, many overcharge buffs on use and then afterwards. And then you get to choose the MP. We have another choice again. So yeah, with this, she does have a secondary MP. 2 different kinds of support MPs even. That's cool, and you will see the MPs soon. Yeah, very nice skill set. Not like crazy like many lines, but they're all good lines. I like that. Very cool, and the MPs make it even better. So nice skill set. Passives, we got a lot. 20% debuff res, lovely. She's got Divinity, but luckily it's not just flat damage. It is also another 20% debuff res and 20% buff removal resistance. With the Grand score, it could be relevant because it's 80, but besides that, it's unreliable. But hey, debuff res bonus is always great. When she's fielded, the full party, including herself, enjoys 20% more healing received. Cool. She's got this on guts activation and on death activation, so whenever she procs a guts on herself or is killed, the full party gets 10% guts or 10% battery. So if she gets a guts proc, she also gets this herself too. That's pretty cool. And another really good one, full party including herself, 10% MP gain up. Wow, just casually as a passive, why not? Very cool. She's anti-berserker in her pen, so if you want a DPS, that's a good one. It's a very good one, 2.0x. Lovely. Now, the default MP, if you don't change the MP with the third skill, Let's see. She makes the map Heaven Field for 3 turns. The full party, including herself, 20% gauge, so it's a refund thing for her. The full party gets this on attack buff for 3 turns, so whenever they do crits, they now also get 10% gauge. So if you crit with quicks, you get 20. That's pretty cool. 4k heal from free MP5. 30 stars on use. And then this is a cool one. There is a map-wide attack buff for 3 turns. It's 20% on base overcharge, getting up to 40. So this is applied to the field. So if you swap her out, if she dies, if your party dies, if the wave changes, no matter what, for the next 3 turns, all your allies are enjoying 3 turns of this attack. Very cool. This is like the best way of getting buffs, because I believe you cannot also, if the enemy does like an AoE buff removal, this also doesn't get affected. So it's like really a nice way of applying buffs. Or debuffs. Ooh. Because we have the other version of the MP, a bit more blue colored. So now instead of Heaven map, you get a Hell field for 3 turns. And then we get a lot of map debuffs. There's a 20% crit damage resistance down for 3 turns, 20% MP damage resistance down for 3 turns, and on base overcharge, minus 20% defense down for 3 turns, getting up to 40. Pretty good. Also, minus 1 tick on all enemies on MP use. They get minus 100% instant kill resistance for 3 turns on use because of free MP5, and then 30 stars is still there. I love this MP so much. It's so cool. Like, the buffs thing is cool already, but I feel like buffs were kind of easier to transfer anyway between waves and whatnot, but the debuffs were always like a thing. It's like always been hard to do multi-wave stuff in, but with this, they are applied to the map, so no matter what, you will get the full duration. And again, they can't be cleansed either, because they're tied to the map. So it's really cool. I think this is so brilliant design, and I hope there will be a lot more of this to come. Like, I'm a huge fan of Flora in general. I think this is such a cool serve, and especially that she's free. Crazy. And not only is this cool design, she's really strong too on top. Like, it's like the best of both worlds. It's great design and a great serve, and it's free. It's like, it's all good.
So it's kind of funny. If you have Flora and you use the Hell Battlefield NP,
the
Flora
debuff one.
and Tiamat with class score sets your quick cards at 400% critical damage.
Yeah, and that one of them is a welfare.
It's so much crit. Like,
That's
your
right.
quick cards are just going to destroy everything.
Okay.
It's
Before,
so funny.
also, would you guys say best welfare in the game?
I still take Liz at the end.
You still think Liz?
I think
Liz
second
I don't
best.
know.
I feel like Liz at the end is
Maybe
more
usability wise. Okay, I'll give her the edge.
Just
Okay, fair enough.
more general.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, if you're talking about like power level, I kind of get what you mean because she
Okay.
does so
Yeah.
much.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
the
not counting
amount of
solo.
things
Okay,
you
I'm gonna put it. I'm not counting solo. I'm a 4-star welfare. Okay.
Unfortunate news for people that really want to get her. You have to beat part 2. Like, you have
Yeah.
to-
Yeah,
She is not on the
As
evocation
of
shop, and we don't know if she's gonna be added there either. But
Yeah,
hopefully, will be.
It's possible they
Mhm.
might put her in there, but they also might not want to just because of how far in she is locked. But I don't know. I
Mhm.
mean, you can get Ronmaru, and she was locked behind like what, Lost Belt 6, 5 or 6.
Oh
I
yeah.
forgot.
I think they will add her at some point. But yeah, definitely don't miss out on
If
her
they
event
do,
when it
that's-
happens on
that's
NA.
not-
It's like you want this servant for sure. Same as Liz of the
Bro,
end.
I am telling you, like, these motherfuckers who go on about how bad quick cards are for crit damage are just
Yeah,
so
there's been
behind the
such
times.
a glow up.
Like-
It's crazy.
like there's so much that specifically targets quick cards and makes them so much better than other cards at critting. Now buster cards are still really, really good. It's just like if you buff the fuck out of a quick card, it is just so much better than a buster card.
It is easier. It's easier to buff them, and the game itself does that itself because what is it's like 30%, or is it 30 or 40% crit damage from class score versus 70 for quick or something like that. Like even the game itself goes, yeah, quick gets more crit buffs. And like, how many quick crit buffers give 100%? It's like Scotty and her and
Yeah.
you
By the
know.
way, second skill is almost AoE Scouty first skill.
Yeah.
All it's missing is like 30% Quake, to be fair, but it's also like AoE. So like
It's also more
you're
crit damage. It's 30% crit damage, and on top of the 100%.
oh yeah,
quick
I
crit.
forgot about that.
It's pretty crazy.
So like that's the exchange, but like
then like her NP also like it's
another
30% attack.
20%.
So it's effectively 30% defense down, except it applies better.
And it is also a defense down.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it
Yeah,
also she
also
buffs
the
OC, so you even get to
because-
scale the defense down because she buffs OC.
Yeah, when you use her with Tiamat, like that's what I was saying. Like one of the teams I use is you can use Tiamat, Kazuradrop, and Flora, and the quick cards are so incredibly dumb because they're all giga buffing quick, all three of them,
and the
it's
gains are
very
good
funny.
too. Yeah.
Also worth noting, like you can use the NP and then bam, you get another 10%. So like every quick card is making an extra 20% charge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like,
Well, that's if you're in heaven mode, but I think the better NP
nah.
is hell mode.
No, that is TA stuff, frankly. Like
no,
it's good.
Look,
It's
MP
good,
damage up, defense down, crit damage down. Like I'm sorry, I'd rather take that than you know
than
the
helping
gauge.
the team spam their NPs.
But they're good. They just gotta hit a quick card and they're gonna refund. It's fine. You don't gotta worry about it.
That's well, okay, and then you get 10% away, and it's like, ah, shit. Well, fucking whatever.
No, you're gonna be fine.
You look at her skill set. Like she is card focused, but she's also very NP focused. Like with her third skill, like it's constantly giving you overcharge.
You can't throw the TA nonsense at me.
I'm not.
The hell version is better.
Okay.
Like you immediately discredited it. Like when I said that. It is. I think the debuff version is superior because it's much like having those stick on the field and be unremovable. It's also more buffs.
Like
one attack buff versus 3.
The problem is you just don't value the charge very much.
I don't. It's not like.
I kind of prefer the debuff version too. I'm not gonna lie.
Getting charge is easier than getting debuffs to stick like this.
Oh yeah, someone is just like this is funny. Discussing which MP is more broken tells a lot about the servant.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's say you're using her with Summer Tiamat. Which is more valuable? Getting Summer Tiamat's NP sooner or another like 20% crit?
Okay, you're under the misconception that Summer Tiamat doesn't just use one quicker arts card and fully refund already.
I am correctly.
She already does that. She already does that. So more charge.
You're spoiled by Kazuradrop, bro. Kazuradrop is going to like literally double your quick card gains. Like you get really good quick gains, but like you're not gonna get like that much out of a single card. Like sure, you'll get like 40 or 50%, but you're not gonna get
so 40 or 50% and add another 10% on. Like that's not gonna.
There's also the 20%. Like you use her and
the 20%. Oh, so you got to use her MP after Tiamat's.
Hello?
And
hello?
Yeah. Hi, Plushie.
Like you're overflowing so much.
But honestly, I feel like no matter which MP you prefer, I think the blanket statement is that Flora is insane. I think that's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think we can agree on that one. So yeah, I'm instantly EXing her. Well, not instantly because we've been talking for a while.
We're trying
but
to debate like a rank here, but all we're trying to do is
it's such a nitpick thingy. Like it doesn't even matter all that much. But yeah,
you're gonna like your slop, and I'm gonna like my slop, and we can just pick our own version of slop.
And we're not gonna slop each other. Yeah, I know.
You.
But yeah, I guess with that, we're done with the additional placements of all the servants, not just in this list, but in 2026 when it comes to the gold servants. So now, again, we'll take an arbitrary amount of time and then lock it in at some point. But honestly, I will say immediately, I don't think this is going to take too long because I'm pretty firm on both. But let's start by looking at the 4-star list anyway, regardless, and see if we want to move anything. So this is how the 4-stars look like. It's like an E with a tail or something. I don't know.
I was gonna say, if we move,
It's a third
if we
story.
move, yeah, I was like, we move
I
BB
don't know if we're
to A, and then we put the other Liz down there, and then we put the other Hakuno in EX. Then we have just an E. But like, why are the Hakuno separate? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't pay
rated
attention to
E.
me.
Hold on.
Yeah, you know there.
Rated E
You know,
for
there's
everybody.
another. You know, there's another servant we can do that with, right? like
I might
so
be
lonely down
able
there.
to.
you'd be so lonely down
Wait,
there.
can you
I
guys
guess,
hear
if
me?
you
Yeah,
have
what's up?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, we can hear. Sorry, I was just.
I
rudely
don't know if
talking
we're
over
back.
you.
I think it got a little bit better, but I don't know if it's
I mean,
back.
you sound fine.
I hate this so much. Okay, I can open your Twitch stream without dying now.
Okay,
Hold
I
on.
mean, that's a good sign then, yeah.
Okay, so let me look at the 4-star.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine. This is, yeah. I mean, the quality of the new welfares are just so nuts, right? Like, yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Like you compared
Yeah, I'm fine with
BB
this.
to
I'm fine with
Flora,
it.
it kind of hurts. You can tell they're like what 8-9 years apart or something. I don't even know. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, they're
OG
9 years
Max.
apart.
Okay, look, chat. This is the first time I'm reading chat. By the way, I couldn't read chat earlier, so I
Mhm.
apologize. If we're counting backline, then yes, Mash is EX, but that's just backline. What happened to me? I pay a lot of rent for really shitty.
That's perfect timing. Oh my god! Someone clip that. Someone, please,
Wait,
please, someone clip that.
Oh wait, sorry, Plushie. What did you get really shitty?
Wi-Fi.
That was the funniest timing
Yeah,
ever.
kinda
You
have
pay a lot of money for.
Wi-Fi.
Wow, it couldn't have been a better timing.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
all you need to know. Yeah, it really speaks for
point.
itself. Oh
my
god.
point exactly. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was actually the funniest thing.
Yeah, I gotta call them again later.
Yeah, you probably should. Oh
They-
yeah, I'm
they-
pretty
they-
fair.
they
I
said
think
there's
4
no,
stars look
like,
pretty good. Yeah.
estimate. Yeah, four stars looks like.
All right, so then there's the 5 stars. I honestly, do we have less
That's
EXs
good.
this year, even though we got like 2 new more servants, and they, one of them was
Yes.
EX? I think we still have less
Well,
EX,
because we
but
moved
that's quite
BB
good.
down and Douman down. I think that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Douman? Why
It's
would
like
you-
all the ones.
No,
at the
right,
top
no,
are
right, they came
special.
down from EX.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and we only had Olga to replace, so it's actually less this year. Yeah.
Still upset about Hibiki and Chikagi, but you guys can have your wrong opinions all you want.
Again, they're just Kiara. They're
No,
quick
they're
Kiara.
better than Kiara. They're just
They're
worse
not.
low
I mean,
key.
they have more
They're
damage.
not-
I
they're
say
not
that, but
better.
they lose out on like all the utility and whatnot.
Look, it goes like so. Hibiki and Chikagi are
Oh.
worse low key, and Kiara is just someone who is living in a dumpster. Like there's a scale difference here.
She's not the.
I feel like with their
you're
salary
actually
as a
crazy.
therapist, she can afford something.
You're
better than dumpsters.
no, you're actually crazy to say that post buff. By the way, and also Kiara does.
You
look,
yourself have gone on tangents about how bad she is.
yes, but like she also. Okay, hold on. That's counting the 1 turn art stun. Never mind. I was gonna
Oh.
say she does more damage than Hibiki Chikagi.
When you
Hibiki and
back
Chikagi is
down
way
like
more
that,
consistent
bro.
than 1 turn single target arts down McGee here.
All right, hold on. Give me a second. Fuck.
Piece
I was gonna.
of-
I was gonna say Hibiki Chikagi didn't do a 4-man clear of the last CQ, but she did.
They did.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, the Kiara did as well, so they're in the same tier. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna reinforce this.
You know what? I'm gonna. Ooh, how dare you?
I'm
I love the
Say
elongated
something
vowel
over
there.
it.
Ooh. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Wait, Kiara did do a 4-man? That was you!
What, Kiara? Yes, that was me!
Yeah, but isn't that still valid? Why would it not be valid?
I don't know.
That was me.
I don't know, but like I'm offended that it's him. How dare he?
That was me.
How dare you? How dare he prove his own point better?
It was me.
Wait, the videos.
Yeah.
No wonder
It was
I didn't
me,
notice.
Barry.
Your video's titled Prelati Bond 10 CE demonstration.
Yes, because nobody cares about min turns, and I did use Prelati's Bonsi. I could have optimized this team, by the way. I did not need to use MP3 Prelati with a Bonsi. It's not good. But whatever. It's okay. It's not good. It's okay.
All right.
Amazing.
This guy. Anyway, I hate Kiara. He's a garbage servant. It does no damage.
There should be a counter for that here somewhere.
But yeah, I don't know. It's
I almost want to say I like the way this looks.
I think I'm fine with this.
Yeah, I don't think we have to really. I think this is the first time we might not have to shift anything post like all the initial discussions.
Yep.
We even had the recap when Plushie joined in, which was like half the list as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know if it's a lame way to end it, but there you go. I'm locking in the final tier list of the year. There you go. No changes on the last segment,
Unless,
but yeah.
of course,
Boom.
there is a concerted interest in a 3-star, like 1 to 3 star.
Oh yeah, I can't promise anything, but if there's like a crazy amount of people saying like, yes, please do 3 stars, or talk about something else, or
I think
soda tier list.
I think something that might make sense is like if we exclusively talk about the ones that have different placements due to like buffs, because I feel like that's enough.
Yeah, if anything, it would be something like that, maybe. Yeah, like a smaller thing. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe at some point. Not sure if immediately after, because I've been awaking these guys for so long, for so many months now. Early on, they're very sleepy and all that. But yeah, again, I'm gonna lock this in. So I'm gonna flash the list real fast for the timestamp here. There's your 4 stars. Well, these two were not placed because they already have their ults here. But yeah, there's the 4 stars, looking lovely, especially for the newcomers. And there is the 5 stars. Definitely some shuffling going around. And then we have a couple of new servants placing pretty well as well, depending on which one you're looking at. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So there you go, 26 golds. Locked and loaded. Boom. Leave a like on the video if you can, though. Even if you disagree with some of the placements, because, this was a lot of, many months of a lot of work. Maybe not weekly every time, because we had the unfortunate strange fake timings, and then some, I think 1 or 2 twice we had people be a bit absent. But regardless, I'm very happy with how this went overall. I think we got done in a reasonable amount of time, regardless of all the breaks. But also, yeah, subscribe if you want to see more content in the future. There may still be some tier list action, like we just mentioned, possibly, and obviously other videos as well. Shout out to my patrons for supporting the channel, and if you guys want to say anything, here, the floor is yours.
Don't forget to tune into the Smobcast tomorrow as we continue our arguments from today's tier
True,
list.
they've been doing like an encore for these tier lists, so if you want to see more in-depth, like, yeah, if you want to see them yell more at each other, definitely tune into this Smobcast, because that's gonna happen. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed these tier list, and until next year possibly. So hey, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.